welcome. I'm learning Roll20 today. Um, this is we are 2 for 2 on episodes of the Top Shelf that I have started badly this week. It's going to be great. But this week or this Saturday, I'm fucking stoked. So
Got this.
Turk's running the game, which is
Mm-hmm.
great. I'm super excited for Turk to be guest jumping in here and running Lancer because we have been talking about it for months. He brought up Lancer to me months ago, and we're like, hey, we should put this somewhere. And it's it's finally happening, and I get to play an anime mech pilot on my own show, and I'm super stoked. The whole thing is going to be good. But it's also I'm not. I'm just kind of hosting this thing on the back end this time. This is Turk's game, so I'm gonna turn it over to him. He can do all of his stuff, and I can make myself a drink while I'm sitting here.
Okay, perfect. Hello, everybody. I am, of course, as he said, Turk. I will be your GM, Galsim operator, Horus Ra, general mech overlord for this session of Lancer. And I'm just getting all the fun flavor text because that's half the beauty of this setting. Welcome to the year 5016 of the Union era. Humanity is taken to the stars and absolutely destroyed themselves back at home. Humanity was fractured, just really bad stuff happened. I think someone called the God Emperor showed up at one point, but don't worry, we took care of him. But now we're back. We return to Cradle. We are once again in control of Earth and the core systems after a few minor hiccups. We're in the third Union government. They awakened a godlike AI, and that destroyed the first one. The second one was kind of a tyrannical overlord expansionist corporate state, so that one had to go. But now Cradle is the pinnacle of post-capitalist utopia. No one wants for anything. The problem is the rest of the universe is still a little borked. So that's where the Lancer project comes in. Elite mech pilots trained in the harrowing and difficult task of piloting full mechanized infantry, acting as the spearhead for the Union reclamation efforts to bring peace and prosperity and plenty back to the galaxy against the sinister forces of the second government, the giant corporo states that have popped up, a bunch of old tyrannical D-bags, and of course, the ever-looming threat of cascading AIs. But that's enough. There are plenty of things to run through, and we're just going to take you on board the Savage 21st. Or rather, the CSS 21st Savage. As it comes out of the Cerro Gordo Blink Gate into the Sierra Madre line, our brave pilots have all been set up in their own individual rooms. Not quite super spacious. You're not passengers, you're crew in a way of speaking, though this is not really your own ship. You're in a lot of ways freelancers assigned to take on this mission. Lancers are given the opportunity to sign up for certain tasks that Union's providing and do what they can. They're not putting restraints on you. They're not like that anymore. That was the second government. They are not the second government, everyone. Smile. Anyway, each of you will receive a ping to your cabin that Captain James Inahara has requested your presence in the pilot bay. And as each of you come in, please if you could just introduce yourselves, who your character is, what's your call sign, and we'll get to the mechs later.
Okay. Well, I know I would definitely be he's very much the plucky, enjoying the life kind of thing, first person to the bridge individual, and he's gonna reach briefing very quickly, stop on his heels, stand, salute. Leon, call sign Starfall. Ready for duty, sir. What what are we working on?
Of course, you see Captain James Inahara over a sort of electronic planning table, kind of centered in the room. It's a very plain otherwise. He kind of looks you up and down, returns the salute. Just we're about to hit Pharaoh 12, so I figured I'd bring you all in here, kind of get you prepped. I received some details and was told to get the rest of you on board. So to speak, you're already on board, sorry.
Of course,
But
no. Good to hear. Excited to be working with the team again.
mm,
After my last, I'm excited to see the new mech too. My last one was didn't go well.
well, the Digistructors have been hard at work. We made sure those are running through the jump. It's one of the few systems we make sure this thing can really keep going, even though, I mean, blink gates tend to fizzle a few things like paint numbers. Anyway, I believe, and then someone else want to walk in, or?
Yeah, Rhea is very punctual, not early, not late. She will come right on time. Good posture, stands at attention. Rhea Arachnus, call sign Queen Bee here, and she will just silently stand and wait.
Yes, welcome aboard. I hope your accommodations have been sufficient. Was that buzzing I heard from your room?
Yes, it was, but
Who
sufficient is a good term for it. And then she doesn't have RBF, but she does have like a resting unentertained face, like straight to the point.
He seems ready to inquire further, but recalls the eccentricities that it takes to pilot around a giant mech, basically just chock full of nuclear reactors, and we'll kind of let it slide. If you could all join around the table here, we'll just start the briefing as soon as the others join us.
Arly will walk in. You see kind of a short young woman with like pale green hair, still kind of in professional attire, stumbling into the room carrying several binders and loose papers, even dropping several things and just kind of looking back. Sorry, one moment, so sorry. Picking everything up and kind of scooting over to the group. Hi, Arly, call sign Panacea here. I'm ready.
You're the ones my crew's been talking about. Yeah, you've been very helpful with making sure all of our supplies are ready.
Yes, you have to make sure that the supply lines are in order for the mechs to have everything that they need in order to make sure that they...
Oh, of course that, but I mean, we're a medical ship. You've been looking, I've been talking more so about making sure our supply was fresh enough.
Yes.
But...
Yes, of course. All of the supplies for mechs and organics alike, we are ship shape and ready to go.
That's what I'd like to hear. Has anyone seen? He checks his kind of watch here.
There's probably another good minute or two of like waiting at this point, and eventually the door will just kind of slide open and Ty will walk in. He has like a digital music player in one hand and like a wireless headphone in one ear. It kind of just like walks in sort of absent-mindedly, probably not even aware that he's that late. Just like, yeah, what's all the ruckus again? Shit, my bad. Ty Inazuma, call sign Lightning. What's up again?
Welcome. If I get all four of you here, and he will kind of put two hands on the table and inputting a few buttons, he's going to pull it up just as I will pull up the briefing. He pulls up a small cutout map here. So Pharaoh 12, fairly remote region, jungle planet, few colony settlements there. Nature has a tendency of swallowing them up. We're on a medical resupply and goodwill mission, but you all have something else if I'm on my money, and I usually am. Give you a better idea of where we're operating. There's a lot of rivers and a lot more jungle. So any landing pads have to be cleared out a good bit, but we'll be cropping in right around, and he kind of marks this area on your map.
This is the dankest
my bad
dungeon.
handwriting. Here, there's a city there, New Pharaoh. It used to be Old Pharaoh, and then, that got swallowed up by the jungle. Then, it's just Pharaoh, and then it got swallowed up by the jungle as well. So now they're on New Pharaoh. They're good people, a little gruff, but Yeah. Anyway, there's been some. All right, look, I'll get to the point. They didn't want me to fully declassify all of it, but this is a BCA and UIB cooperative mission. There's going to be enough information coming at your heads anyway, and if we get duct tape up in legal form, we're never going to get the job done. A few cycles ago, a cooperative effort against some second governments, black sites, revealed the location of several illegal bioweapons facilities that have been operating under our radar for some time now on these distant colonial worlds. One of which is, of course, here. We don't know what they've been working on. We know the company is a Minecraft and Unstar terraforming organization. At the very least, they claim to be researching on the GloboNet how to terraform worlds to be more habitable to humans, but they haven't done much.
The real plan is the opposite.
I'm sorry, what? Did you just cut the commander off?
Sorry.
It's fine. Anyway, they haven't done much terraforming, and that's kind of, well, companies not doing what they're saying is certainly no new thing, but this is obviously a front for whatever they're obviously doing at this base. With that stated, we're going to get you down on planet, interview some locals, and find your way into the jungle. We don't have a location, but we know it's here and near New Pharaoh, near enough to deploy your mechs. Any questions?
Yes, actually, Captain, if I might. You just mentioned that we were going to end up having mechs deployed. Are you anticipating hostile activity on the ground?
Well, with previous experience with, well, to be frank, the second government's associated things, there's always some kind of guard force. Not with locals, of course. New Pharaoh we're touching down and running our outreach operation there. But once you guys are out in the jungle, there's a reason a lot of these folk are hesitant to move beyond the city's walls. It's dangerous in of itself, the wildlife and rough terrain, and add that in with some potential hostiles, it's going to get ugly if you are trying to run around without your suits on.
Nope, that actually brings me to my second question, and I'm sure we were all thinking tactically in the same manner, but you said jungles were dense. Is this something that's going to be, like, is the canopy above the height of our mechs, or are we just going to be able to push through this? How dense are we talking?
It's going to be pretty dense, I won't lie to you. And if you don't have an exact direction, you could be in there for days, and I'm not sure we have that. At the very least, I know we don't have that because we'll run out of supplies, and a ship crew this size sticking around on a planet leeching resources isn't quite the goal we have. So, not to put a timeline on it, but you're going to likely need to contact a few local operations to see if you can find a guide in. Like I said, there's been some shady things happening, so someone's bound to know something. Ask around with the locals, find a direction, maybe find a means of transportation to the site. Get on with it.
Kind of like boredly, like holding his head in his hand, kind of just, Ty will just say, so we drop down, find the facility, and blow it to shit. Sounds easy enough, right?
Ideally, you could see what they're actually doing somewhere in there before blowing it to shit, so,
Yeah,
that's just not fun.
The captain mentioned investigating. We're to figure out what's going on. Seems like a last resort, if you ask me.
Well, I like planning for last resorts. What can I say? And he'll kind of like flash like this really, really awkward smirk with like a very, very sharp teeth row.
But there's potentially some good information that we could procure from this facility.
Exactly.
Yeah, fine. We'll look at it first. Never let me have any fun.
Of course, the use of bioweapons is strictly illegal. However, a lot of that has been repurposed to very beneficial medical panaceas and cures. Sorry, your name is very inconvenient for mission briefing sometimes.
I understand that. I apologize.
No, not your fault.
Captain, when you said you'd like us to investigate before we do anything, would it be possible for us to report back? Or are we expecting a jam in communications by the time we get out there and act on our own accord?
It's going to be tough. I won't lie. Communicators have certainly come a long way that it won't be impossible to cut through, but with the distance and potentially any jamming or cloaking technology they might have on the ground to blend them in with the rest of the foliage, it's going to be difficult to get a signal through to you. But if you're able to get out there, secure the area, I don't see why we couldn't organize a pickup or just take your local number back as quickly as you came.
Understandable.
So, anything else? Or I can send you back and you can enjoy your last few hours or so before we make ground.
Let's stop talking and start dropping. Jeez.
Out of curiosity, have we as a team worked together before, or is this a new strike group?
It's up to you guys.
I'm cool either way.
I think, based on our reactions to Ty, I think we don't know Ty at least.
Okay, so we all know each
Probably
other.
just
Ty
got
is
here.
new. Perfect.
Everyone but Ty.
There
I
we
just
go.
got here. I'm fine with that.
That's
No issue with that.
I've probably met Ty in the like the infirmary several times.
More than likely.
I look over to Leon. I'm like, why are the new recruits always like this?
I don't know. It's okay. We'll be fine. We're gonna go down. We're gonna make a plan. We'll get in, get out. It's not a big deal.
it should be fairly straightforward. Not anticipating too much difficulty beyond, of course, initial contact with any protective forces.
Right. As long as I don't lose another mech, I'll be happy.
Is any mission ever straightforward?
Captain will look.
Wondering why I planned for the explosives.
As he raises his finger to point, the buzzing down the hallway is going to increase and be like, I should get that. And she's just going to walk
Yes.
out.
I'm gonna get to the bridge. The rest of you can head back to your rooms, and once we touch down, Arly, if you would like to help with the outreach efforts, you're of course free to. You can ask around while we have people there. Gonna mark that at disadvantage quick. But beyond that, all four of you are free to check out whatever you want.
Ty will just kind of like point in the direction of Rhea's room and like the obvious buzzing and just go, is no one gonna ask about that?
You
Well-
don't ask questions.
Whatever.
Not with Rhea, but if you wouldn't, thank you, Captain. We'll be planning here in just a moment.
Of course, I'll leave you guys to it, and he'll head off.
What did you say your name was? I don't believe we've formally met yet.
Talking to me?
Yep, I'm talking to you.
My name's Ty. Full name's Tai Chi, but please just call me Ty.
Ty, pleasure. Leon. Call sign out in the field is Starfall. I
They
am.
call me Lightning out there.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm sure you'll be a good asset to the team. I couldn't help but notice that there was a little bit of tension between the way that we do things and the way that you do things, and I just want to make sure we're all on the same page before we drop down and end up in trouble. My dad was Lancer prior to myself, so I'm upholding a fairly decent legacy, and I need to make sure that everybody's on the same page. So,
Ty will, almost completely ignorant of all of that, except for the part where you mentioned your dad, would kind of give you a really weird look and just go, your dad was a Lancer? Mine was a criminal.
great. We'll get along well, and he's just gonna kind of 90-degree turn and walk off back to his quarters.
Oof.
All right. Well, if that's everything from everybody, I'm going to quickly clarify for chat's purposes, as you all have your +2s, -2s, advantages, disadvantages. That advantages and disadvantages are handled a little bit differently in Lancer. There is not, you roll your d20s once, unless you have a reroll from chat, or something tells you to reroll again. But the system will work by rolling one d20, and then an advantage will be adding a roll of a d6. What is called an accuracy in this game, and a disadvantage or a difficulty will be taking away one value of a d6. So more see it as like early bardic inspiration than proper disadvantage or advantage. It will still definitely impact things. Don't worry. These are, do or die d20 rolls sometimes, so keep them coming. But with that out of the way, let's land on New Pharaoh. I'm gonna change the music quick.
Oh, music time.
I really like that background music,
Oh,
honestly. I was
actually.
like,
I was a fan, honestly.
it was
Huge
very
fan.
soothing.
Really good. I'm hoping this one hits hard as well. Because now you need to be a little nervous. Anyway, you all land the massive 21st Savage, making landfall. Yes.
Big on that ship name, by the way.
Thank you. Well, it was the 12th Savage, but some, gate distillation altered the paint job, and we just decided fuck 12. So.
Fuck 12. I agree. I agree entirely.
So you guys land outside at the spaceport of New Pharaoh, your ship obviously being the largest, and as soon as the landing bay drops, you are immediately see the crew rushing to set up a medical tents and checkpoints, and the people are already beginning to line up. This is clearly not the first time they've done this, as there seems to be plenty of familiarity between some members of the crew and the kind of local community leaders as they arrive. Or at least you assume they're local community leaders. They might just be very well-dressed hobos. Because as you look out, you see really nothing but jungle. The city is maintained and polished to a degree. Vines still kind of creeping and crawling their way up these larger buildings. But it's a whole lot of jungle and right next to a giant river that seems to be almost choked with fishing boats and other craft. Nothing too large, however, as everything's quietly being rocked by quite hard stream. But modern motors and propulsion systems have long taken out the need to worry about anything like that. However, you're free to explore and investigate as you like, using all your triggers and whatever you want.
I think Ty just kind of immediately, upon landing, kind of looks around and just goes, well, this place sucks. And just kind of slinks his way off to go find the nearest group of vagabondish looking individuals he can. Other people who seem as if they similarly kind of hate the way this place looks.
Okay. So are you looking more for the outdoorsy folk or the kind of criminal element here?
Going for a criminal element here, definitely. Just kind of the shade, the movers and the shakers, so to speak. The shady folk around.
So you're able to find your way to, it's not really a bar so much as it is kind of a spot of illicit practices between various life forms and non-sentient life forms.
Love it.
AI technology is no longer even classified as AI technology. That's how you know. You have to be specific about what kind of intelligences you're dealing with. But yeah, you're at a robot whorehouse.
Love it.
Homunculus class NHPs. But anyway, you're there. The scene is quiet. I mean, it's still kind of early-ish midday. So, I mean, the breakfast smells amazing. But beyond that, there are a few dancers, a lot of projective screens, and enough private rooms and VR chambers to get all your rocks off. But there's also certainly plenty of people sitting around discussing life here on the planet.
I think I'm going mostly for... I think Ty, definitely not a dancer. Probably wouldn't go for a dance floor at all. But he would look for someone kind of by themselves that doesn't seem out of place. Like a local or someone who's a regular goer of this place, but who's not hanging around a group of people.
You know what? Roll me a d20 for how that goes. And if you have any triggers that are relevant to that, please use them.
Let me get a quick look at my triggers real quick to remember what they are. Let's see. The pilot. Here we go. I've got word on the street, seedy underbelly. Do you think either of those might apply?
I think word on the street could definitely help you out, or seedy underbelly. Either way, you'll be adding a +2 to your roll.
I'll go with seedy underbelly, and I will add that to, giving me it's a 4 plus the 2 is a 6, and I had an advantage from chat I'm going to use, so I can add
Sure thing.
Which is a 2 more, giving me 8.
8. Okay, so typically speaking, you are looking for 10s on most rolls.
Typically.
So it's kind of hard to say who might be a mover and shaker here. You're not really quite certain about what a jungle planet's criminal element might look like. Your farmer used to, you know, more standard civilization types, you know, where they might have farms out there and like smaller towns, not just everything in one place, except there's not that much. So it's hard to immediately discern if the person you're walking up to at this moment is like a mob boss or a weirdo who hangs out by himself at, you know, a strip club.
Fair enough. But both can be useful for information.
True. So, floor is yours. What's the
Ty
move?
will just kind of like slide up next to this person. If anyone's kind of like, if there's anywhere to like get a drink or some variety of like beverage.
Oh, there's service bots heading around.
Like,
a few human, like some human waiters and waitresses as well.
Ty will just kind of like take a seat next to the person, not like trying to notice the person, kind of just like sit next to them, maybe like look forward a bit, kind of like wave down whoever you could to like grab a beverage of some variety.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and just kind of look around, and just go.
I don't want no organic. I don't go for organics.
Hey man, I'm not trying to sleep with you. Just weird ass planet, huh?
Oh, weird. You get used to it.
Yeah, I'd imagine you get used to it if you were here for a while. But let's say I'm new and was looking for something. You know where I'd go?
Well, the turn of your voice, I think you're in the right place already. But if you want, I mean, what are you looking for?
Let's just say there are some individuals involved in some biological research somewhere around here, is rumored, off in the jungles. Wondering if anyone you know or you yourself might have, I don't know, heard anything.
Oh, well, I work up in the government offices, and there was some flashy types trying to throw some money around for guides, you know, a few permits or something, but they got a little disgruntled when we told them we can just, you know, take down the walls and expand that easily. You know, but beyond that, I don't know too much. You could ask some poachers around here, I guess, fishermen. We don't really have much here. That's, you know, done super illegally.
Well,
I mean, yeah, we got an NHP patrolling the streets, and that pretty much solves all your problems, but mostly it just burns the vines and has everything smelling like wet dog.
Yeah, sounds like shit, man. Sorry to hear that. But you've been more than helpful enough. Tell you what, I won't keep you from your night. Cal kind of like take his drink and like offer like he'll nod his drink at the man, and like, I don't know how currency looks in this world, but like he'll kind of fling a bit.
You will like be asked to kind of scan your device, and the appropriate amount of mana will be taken out of your account.
Yeah, I'll definitely scan for my drink, and then also if there's a way to like transfer a bit, like just like a small like little patronage amount to the person
you can handshake. You can handshake and
I'll handshake him and just like send him a small amount for his time for talking to me. Just like, you know, you be safe out here, all right?
Oh boy, all right. Hey, I gotta know the order of wings over here. Oh, sorry.
I should have gotten some wings. That's a smart man. That's a smart man.
Some wings.
That's a smart man.
Is there any way that I could have, because I'm just gonna lean into the fact that Leon is kind of a shit. Is there any way that I could have followed him? So that by the time he leaves the bar, I'm just like leaning against the door of the bar. Like, I can't imagine I'd gone in, but I just want to be that person who's like, oh yeah, you have a good time? Is that what we're here for?
I was just thinking about that too.
I'm gonna ask.
Is the whole crew just outside the bar waiting for me? The fuck?
You guys are free to do whatever you want. Ty, here's a question. Did you make an attempt to like slink off and like away, or did you just kind of just like, I'm going to this place?
I'm kind of just headed off, you know? I'm kind of just making it seem like I'm like, you know, headed off. I'm not making it seem like I'm leaving directly, just like I'm leaving the conversation.
You didn't like make an attempt to like plunge into the crowd or anything.
Nah.
You guys could have followed.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Had some group judgment, yeah.
Leon definitely likes Rhea, and he's like, no, you can come with if you want. He's just gonna kick up a boot against the wall of wherever he walked into, just like right by the door, smoking a cigarette by the time that you leave. He's like, any good information? Seems like an odd place to, you know, do a job.
Yeah, I've learned you get lucky and might find information if you're willing to look around in some less than savory places. Sadly, I didn't get anything too great, but I think if we ask some poachers and some fishermen, we might get something a little more solid. The best I could find is some random government guy who said that some bigwigs were out asking questions about expanding borders or moving shit around. Nothing too cogent, but, you know.
There's actually an amount of, like, Leon that kind of decompresses a little bit at that. Just, like, very direct, like, progress. And he's like, okay.
What, do you think I was just bullshitting there?
Alright, well, again, new member of the team, well, on to find some poachers or to the government offices?
Ty will kind
Always
of like
split efforts, but
yeah. Ty will just sort of just like kind of just point at Arly and just go, why don't you come with me? We go check out the government offices for a bit. And like as he walks past Leon, he just kind of just says, and I think you learned a bit about judgment.
Was Arly there?
Yeah,
No.
what is Arly doing? Yeah,
Oh,
Arly.
Yeah,
never mind.
I'm still on the
Sorry.
ship too.
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, I would just walk past Leon and start making my way towards the government office and just say, and I think you learned a bit about judgment.
he's not gonna take that sitting down, and he's probably gonna turn his boot and follow and kind of do the 3 quick step to catch up, to match your stride, and be like, okay, all right, I get it. If that's where we're at, then that's where we're at. If you want to, clearly you are trying to be an asset to the team, and I might have misjudged, but we have a job to do, and I'm relatively well articulate myself, so I will accompany you.
Quick question: how old is Leon?
He's
How old does he look? Like, does he visibly appear a certain
oh, he
age
looks
group?
young. He's
Okay.
very much got the like successor anime boy trope kind of thing, like the prep kid.
As they're walking towards as they're walking down the street, Ty will kind of just like without turning back to Leon, just say, I get that, and I'm trying to help out the way I can, but if we're gonna help out around here, we're gonna do things slightly my way, which means please stop walking like that. Loosen up.
And he'll listen and kind of drop his shoulders and lose a little bit of the military kid in him and continue to
Weight off your
walk
shoulders,
forward. What?
Weight off your shoulders, huh?
Well, it's not quite as commanding, but if you think it'll blend in, then on we walk.
Exactly. I like the way you think.
He's
Yeah, I was
probably
kinda-
about 19, 21, no older than 21, but he's
Oh,
young.
cool. We're about the same age then. Huh, I see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna head back to the ship. What are Arly and Rhea? What are you guys up to?
Rewinding just a tiny bit to like Leon's like interaction with her before he left.
Okay.
She'll be like, "Oh, you can run daycare today," and then she will continue like packing up things onto her mech, and she's actually just like she's wearing her pilot suit, and she's just like fluttering around her mech like quickly with like different wings, like loading little pieces into her mech. Just loading her hive.
Leon's very comfortable with Rhea's self-sufficiency and will probably snicker at that a little bit more audibly than he should before he leaves the ship, because, yeah, that's kind of what he perceives he's doing at the beginning of all of this.
And after a few moments, or like they've been gone for a little bit, she'll go check in with Arly on how she's doing.
Yes. What has Arly been up to since landing?
Arly would have been checking on the supplies that they may have brought with them to the settlement, and would be helping with the relief efforts with those that are like lining up for help.
Sure. While you're doing that, why don't you make me a D20 roll to see how your efforts are going with the locals? If
Okay.
you're like setting some broken bones, or kind of just making a nuisance of yourself. Ooh, wow. Roll20 does not like you guys. Do you have any advantages or plus
Maybe
twos or
physical
anything?
dice,
Or do
just-
you have any triggers that could help you? It might be time to start rolling physical die. I might be honest.
Yeah, I probably will. I'll do that from now on, because screw you, roll 20.
The dice.
I mean, I have triggers that might help, but as I understand, that's only like a +2, so I don't think that's gonna do much for a 5.
Yeah, you kind of are like in the moment, like, all right, well, I know the correct. You see someone's rash, and you're like, oh, okay, I know the correct, wipe to apply to that, and the right, spray to set it on, and like put this patch on, and then skin will naturally get rid of the infection. And then like someone like grabbed your hand and you realize you're about to pour a fairly caustic element on this poor old lady's arm. He goes, I'm sorry, you aren't super familiar with the flora on this planet. It's totally fine. Just you've done a lot. Why don't you just talk to some of the people here? I understand the commander said you're supposed to be asking questions about the locals or something. I could, if you want, I could get you set up with someone here.
Sure.
Okay. Tell you what, we have a few people in the resting beds area. It was some kind of logging mech accident. Why don't you go ask them some stuff?
Of course, thank you. And then I will go and ask some people some stuff.
Yeah, okay, so you'll enter one of the medic tents, and one of them has essentially a kind of, looks like they've stuck their arm into a large tube, but you can see the biogel kind of running through it, seeming to, and you would know from your medical experience, this is a kind of bone repair, and they have marks on the side of their face, but they've all been bandaged. Kind of looks at you. Oh, hi, you don't look like the typical medical staff. Is there something I can do for you while I'm resting?
Well, first of all, make sure that you're comfortable and at ease in this. I'm Arly. It's nice to meet you. I'm here with the relief efforts to go and investigate some goings on in the jungle. I was hoping to ask you a few questions, if that's okay.
Sure thing. Name's Jones.
Hi, Jones. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just supposed to be handling those jungle clearing mechs, and well, something came and got us in the night, and didn't hit me directly, but damn near mech took my arm off with one of them spinning rotator blades. Docs here say I'll be all patched up. Y'all came at a very good time.
Well, very good. I'm sorry to hear about the accident. Did any of you happen to, get eyes on whatever this danger is?
Oh, I mean, not really. We're kind of remote operating a whole lot of them. It was back at base camp at night when it hit us, but it must have been damn large. Those things are old and still work on that old, nothing like one of your fancy cradle mechs used for landscaping as I understand it, or clean their bums. But things gotta be heavy, it's gotta be landed into the ground, and it's gotta be able to cut down trees like nothing else. And if someone can knock that off, well, got some folks talking about the Protector legends again, but those are just legends.
Right, okay.
Could I catch up just as she's going in, or at some point just to not necessarily help but listen in, or be around if she needs anything?
You could have caught her. I would say you could probably have seen each other if you're coming out of the ship and interacting around the medical tent. You probably would have been able to see each other. I mean, you're the only people not equipped for a jungle biome in what I would assume to be, pilot suits, and not wearing the colors of the 21st Savage crew. So, not to say you stick out like sore thumbs, but
We stick out like sore thumbs.
You're
not great at
Lancer,
blending.
You're Lancer pilots. You're not meant to blend in. But you could be nearby at least, maybe not directly in the tent.
Yeah, so I'll just flutter down and start looking around for her and maybe find her in a few.
So Jones, is this the first encounter that you all have gone up against, or is this a fairly regular occurrence?
With the Protector, you mean? Oh, no one's ever seen that. Say a giant creature living out there in the jungles of the planet since pre-colonization. Hell, that thing be older and the rock, and twice as ugly. And if it was jumping around the jungle, we'd have seen it by now. I'm out there plenty. But, I mean, you're off-worlder. You probably don't know any better than that, so I can't say I blame you for asking.
It's fairly new information to me. I'm just hoping to get a good understanding of what could possibly be out there in the event that we run into these things.
Oh, you run to the Protector. I don't know what to tell you because you're fighting ghosts and legends.
Is there any detail about these kind of legends, or is it mostly just hearsay?
Protector, giant creature, smashes things up. Won't lay a hand on any young innocent thing apparently though. Keeps watch over the planet, protecting the biome and all that, which I guess I can put 2 and 2 together as why those bozos think he done did in our mechs, but you know, could just as well have been an aggressive species. Sorry, you were gonna say something.
Kind of just appearing out of nowhere. I'm just gonna like walk into the tent like they didn't even realize I was there. You're like, so this hi Rhea. This accident, where did it happen exactly? As I pull out a small like bug drone.
Oh, well, it was just a little bit outside of town. We're trying to clear out another spaceport or some kind of gas line. They don't necessarily tell us why we're cutting, just tell us to cut. Progress will go on once we get those mechs back up, but it'll be a few weeks, I suppose.
A direction or coordinates, please, if you have them.
I
was just gonna go check it out, see if there's anything still over there.
Just north of here. You folk looking into the legend of the Protector, that is?
Sure.
Yes.
We are now.
And if
Yes!
possible, I will send my personal drone in that direction,
Sure.
or like get close enough to do it.
Yeah. You're sending your drone out on a little mission. Yeah. Is it Buzzy, or is it a Stinger drone?
No, this is actually a third kind of drone.
Dun,
So
dun,
it's
dun.
an even smaller buzzy, but it is a drone. And this one would be like a small flight drone, but it does buzz, it creates noise, and is pretty slow. And it's just for like surveillance, basically.
You're in a jungle. It will definitely not be too much of a problem to have something soaring overhead, though it will run into some traffic with the overhead drones flying in their own directions, carrying packages and such.
Name Little Buzzy.
Yeah, this is Little Buzzy.
So cute.
So yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Anything else you two want to ask here, or?
No, I think I'm good. Jones, it was nice to meet you. You take care of yourself.
Well, I don't need to do that. Fine folk who just landed will take care of me just fine. Thank you for saying that.
Of course.
All right. Well, y'all have a good day. So we'll jump back to Leon and Ty as you enter the government offices. It seems to be a combination of local administration and security forces. So where are you guys gonna go?
I think the first thing Ty would look for is like some kind of like reception desk or like inlet point, a place where you can just kind of like go and like address somebody immediately would be the goal, you know.
I would, at the same point that he probably went towards a secretary desk, or the main point that somebody would talk to. I would be finding the first like officer folk in sight to go and try and approach.
I will say the front desk is definitely the first thing you see, though it is a kind of clearly a projector field as a kind of non-gendered but nicely dressed person appears via hologram, clearly some kind of AI NHP. Because greetings, welcome to the New Pharaoh government building. Is there anything I can assist you with? I am Regent.
Yeah, let's say I was curious about some corporate bigwigs who came by asking some questions not too long ago. Is there a person I could talk to?
We have records of some, but there are also many visitors to our world that come in small groups with odd offers. You'd have to be more specific.
I'm asking specifically about people who are worrying about moving borders or seeking guides into the jungles.
We do
Specifically, if anyone has anything like the biotech, that'd be really pertinent.
Holds up a hand and your eyes kind of look off and on. We do have some records of that. They did not provide any accurate names, though the one that does seem to have drawn a slight record is a Dr. Averin Valek of the Muto Company.
Well, nothing's better than nothing. Anything else relevant you can give me, or is that all I can get out of this?
Well, depends what else you want to know. They were a group from Minecraft and Unster Terraforming Organization.
Did they say where they were headed or based on this planet?
We didn't have a heading, but we know that the ship that took them in didn't have them listed as passengers on the way out.
Yeah, direction the ship was headed as it went off, or
the ship itself seemed to be a typical passenger freighter. We get them occasionally, though not very often. I have a log if you wish to see it.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, and you'll start receiving some pings. You do see that you see the 2 relevant lists are instantly brought up to you, not to just give you an entire thing to parse through. Regent is certainly not, that terrible of an NHP. And you do see that Dr. Farrow and about a team of 20 other people, by looks of it, that are simply listed as passenger XYZ, ABC, came on the ship, but did not leave. Their purposes for leaving were establishment of new business outreach program. But we're going to jump in as Leon enters the security office with a kind of older figure, a well-lived face, I'd say that. Like, life's thrown a strong but steady breeze over this as he rests up 2 seem to be scaled boots on the back and kind of quietly reclines in his chair.
I'm going to bring myself to attention, having rounded my shoulders back in some commanding posture before I enter the room, so that I enter the room that way. Give a full salute. Officer, Lancer Pilot Leon, call sign Starfall. We are here investigating a number of things in your jungles, and I have some questions if you have an officer available that would be able to discuss.
I see. Sorry, Sonny. In our jungles, unfortunately, a lot of our officers don't venture out there. We don't send too many people out there if we can help it.
Do you have anybody who has intel on those who would be in or out of the jungles?
Oh, sure. Well, you can just send on down to any of the bars. I'd recommend the Gator's Tooth. There's always a few rapscallions who head on out trying to hunt game out there. Could find a few things. We did just hear a report of a crew getting lost out there I figure if anyone's drinking their sorrows away, it'd best be in that bar. Or head on down to the wharf. Our fishermen sometimes like to take a risk and see what they can round up.
But you have no military personnel at all heading out into the jungle? Anybody of any kind of commanding authority that could help out? Have any maps, data about the jungles? There's a facility out there, from my understanding. Do you know anything about that?
Facility, I don't know anything about, unfortunately. I'm sorry to sound like I'm not being helpful, but a lot of our security forces are dealt with here. Regent's done a few scans, but I mean, you do an overhead heat scan of the jungle and you're gonna see jungle. Not too many. We've mapped out some of the rivers. I could send you that data if you want, but I figure it's nothing you couldn't get on a ship.
Well, I couldn't say it wouldn't be helpful, though. If you want to send it over, I appreciate it, and I will be on my way.
Of course. Yeah. Run any trouble, you tell him Chief Deputy Griffith says not to give you any hard times.
Will do. Thank you. And he's gonna walk out, and as soon as he leaves the breach of like where he would have eye shot, his shoulders are gone, and he's like just trying to process through the fact that he was just redirected to the same kind of intel gathering that Ty was just gathering, and walk back to Ty and be like, did you find out anything?
Yeah, I think I might have something to kind of like show on like a holographic screen on his wrist, sort of like the 2 lists he just has. Passenger flight brought in some people to talk about expanding corporate interests. They got on the passenger flight, which isn't uncommon, but they didn't get off.
Interesting.
They might be involved with whatever the hell we're looking for out here. We find them, I bet we find our facility.
Well, you seem to have been on the right track when I had tracked you down once we left the ship, because the security officer here mentioned a bar in town that might have some information. Some individuals had gone back there, pretty beaten up.
Bars mean people, but whatever. Gets us out of here faster.
Wait, weren't you just at a bar? I feel like I'm...
See, you don't understand, love. I was at a whorehouse. It's a difference. Specifically for robots.
The third rail is indeed a whorehouse.
Okay. Well, neither of those places I frequent, so if you want to come with, that would be helpful. Let's go.
All right, uptight. Follow my lead and don't do anything stupid, Ty kind of says. And just like kind of like
He's
licks a bit of Leon's uniform and like walks off a little bit.
very much out of his element. He's just gonna he's probably a good, healthy pace back instead of a perfect step match right now.
Well, so let's jump back to the other two. What are you guys up to? Ray, your drone is taking some time to get out of the city. It's not huge, but still, kind of difficult to just fly in a straight line here sometimes.
Yeah, this one is literally just like a round little bumblebee looking back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like literally a sphere with a head, like with the little round wings. Yeah,
And
it's real slow.
That's so cute.
The wings are much smaller than the body, that's why it's so slow. But it gives decent vision,
And near enough to just the north of the city, you do in fact start to see what looks to be the start of some clearing of the forest. It's like hard to tell. You aren't super familiar with logging operations. With this, didn't really get a chance to look at the specs on the mech exactly.
Or for the worker bees.
But yes, but you do in fact see what looks to be some absolutely crushed and tipped over and thrown mechs with little disturbance to the foliage around at all. Beyond, obviously, impacted mechs being thrown about it and parts being scattered.
Yeah, and I'll just like report back to Arly as I'm like getting my footage. I'm like, wow, whatever it was, it really did some damage to those mechs. The general wildlife around seems fine though, almost unharmed. It was definitely something natural.
Interesting. I'm curious if it is this protector that man was talking about.
Yeah, it seems to line up with what he told us of the myth,
Right.
or told you and I heard, or
At this point, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little nervous about it.
To be fair, they were construction mechs, like a little different than what we have, but it's curious to say the least.
Glorified forklifts in comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be directly related to what is and what isn't harming the local flora. They were logging, as I understand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Protecting would make sense if they were harming the wildlife around, yeah. Well, I do think we have an advantage that they didn't have with, I was reading Callsign Lightning's profile, and he would prove quite a fine distraction.
that's not inaccurate.
No, like honestly, his mech is quite dexterous, That agility of it is very fine. It would prove very well in combat as a distraction.
It is pretty advantageous.
Appreciate you talking about like I'm not. I don't like that personally. I'm just saying.
And for context, she actually said it like as a battle strategy, not realizing it sounded shady. That's just the kind of person she is. She doesn't realize the capacity for shade.
That's fair. I mean, at this point, I feel like to be fair, at some point, Ty would probably want to like call back to the ship and like check in with you two, just like, yo, did y'all find anything? Like, in fact, he'd probably say it just like that, like not even formal, just like, yo, y'all find anything?
And then, we'll call back. Well, not necessarily where we should be looking, but we did discover about the rumors of what might attack us when we go out there. There's some local myth that is about a protector or some wild beast that was large enough to destroy some construction mechs and injure some people.
Do we know where?
The north side of the village, just outside the gates.
What, are we going kaiju hunting?
I
Mm,
don't think we should hunt it, but I think we should be aware of its presence.
Oh, and it's also a good place to start looking.
Maybe they use it to hide, or they created it almost.
That's my thought. If it's a bioweapon, or if there's a potential that this could be bioweapon related, something that big should leave some kind of tracks.
I imagine
Or
we have
some
like little
kind of way
tablets
to
just
follow.
with like
Yeah.
the pictures and different people talking, like a
Yeah.
little high-tech Zoom call.
Hmm.
I kind of popped the thing and just like, yeah, Uptight's got it. I think if anything, we should start heading that way.
Which one of us is uptight?
That's the joke.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been an experience. I'll have to fill you in later. Look, I'm inclined to once again agree with Ty. If we have a direction, if you know where this stuff started, that might be a good place to start tracking whatever it is. My thought is, if it is related, that could take us to the facility. Our other option is we were going to track down some information at a bar for some individuals that had, I don't know, something happened. We're on our way there now. Might have some more information here shortly if that could be of different assistance. Either way would work. I'm up for suggestions, Rhea.
Yeah, that could lead to a more direct route, at least, rather than searching in the dark. I'm sure we could pick something up, but knowing where we're headed at the start wouldn't be a bad thing.
Fair enough. So we'll keep checking for information. Arly, how is the village? Everything else going on?
From what I understand, everything is relatively put together. You know, the relief effort that's here is doing what they can. I attempted to intervene, and it didn't quite work out. But we were able to speak with some of the locals and gather that information about the protector. So,
Good.
you know, that's fairly valuable.
Too, I'm finding myself a little bit out of my element here, so I understand that. Are we sufficiently packed on supplies? If we were
From
to
what
head
I-
into the jungle right now?
Yes, I could go double check the mechs if you'd like.
Unnecessary, I trust you. But we'll go check the bar. Keep doing work. Ty, are we... Just, like, he didn't shut off his comm, just like, it's definitely not through the comm, it's at Ty just in front of him. We getting close? I don't know how to navigate anywhere around here.
What's the matter, Uptight? In a rush to get drunk? We'll be there soon.
Over and out. We'll talk to you two later. Click.
All right.
Yeah. I just kind of hang up.
Okay, so you two are heading to the bar, and
Yeah.
you got. What are Arly and Ray doing?
I think Arly is still actually gonna go and double check all the mechs to make sure that they have all their supplies. She's got a little list out, like, okay, they've
Mhm.
got metagel there, they have their extra tools in this compartment. Just double checking.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can push my drone any further without losing it, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna start to
it's
bring
getting
it back.
spotty.
Yeah, I'm gonna start to bring it back if I can.
But yeah, if there's nothing else you guys are gonna do, I'm gonna jump over to Leon and Ty as they enter via guidance by your ever so helpful NHP and your local sheriff Griffith. They see the gator's tooth, flashy gator, clearly projected but attempting to take on a neon-looking sign. Smiles with a foot in its mouth as it quietly picks at it with a toothpick. Opening the doors, it's clean, but very dingy, although the staff appear fairly competent and not nearly as run down. Like, you found a dive bar.
Okay.
There's a,
Fair enough.
not, again, I'd say it's about like noontime, so there's some people here, lunch crowd's kind of coming in.
I imagine we're definitely sticking out then.
Oh, definitely. A lot of these people are wearing skins, scales. I mean, really, there's just not too many people at the bar. They're all kind of sitting at their own tables. There is one figure kind of like passed out, obviously, in their drink. Long, you can see long hair covering their face, just kind of everywhere.
Do any of these individuals look like who were described to me by the security officer?
Officer Griffith didn't really give you a description, just kind of said that someone, he'd figure best he could if you've lost your entire poaching crew, or whatever, you'd be drinking your ass off.
Right, yeah, so not somebody specifically, like, in description, but either somebody injured or, yeah, just dejectedly, depressingly drunk.
Ty will kind of, like, nudge Leon with an elbow, point at the person passed out, and just go, I think that might be our mark.
Good eye. All right, and I'm just gonna go sit and spin the chair, so I'm kind of arms on the back of it, leaning forward, and give him a tap on the side of the head. Hey, wake up.
Looks up at you, a woman's face, clearly wearing half of the bar nuts down one side. Yes, what can I help you with? I'm not drunk. You're drunk.
And
yeah, let's go with that.
No, that's not right. Sorry.
this is
There's two
midday.
of you.
Why are you so drunk? This doesn't seem healthy.
Because I fucking want to be.
Hey man, we don't judge. Not important. What is important though is, the hell did you see out there? And Ty would kind of like look at her like very, very intently, just the hell.
What
did
I
you
was
see?
getting at too. Beat me to the question.
What did I see out where? You have nothing on me. It's perfectly legal to hunt gator. No, sorry. Well,
Where were you hunting gator?
out in the river, just particular paths that Dickbag Darcy had us go checking out. I don't want to drink this anymore. I'm gonna be sick and then puke on you, and you're new.
Can I wave at the bartender and get her some kind of food and also water?
Yeah, you can definitely get some fried gator. Or
Yeah, something.
And some water. They again, staff are very punctual.
Yeah, greasy and salty and water. Let's bring that over.
Some crisps and everything. Yep. Yeah. They'll slide out in front of her. She goes, "Oh, you're one of those very proper types who treats a lady right. I appreciate that. I'm going to consider drinking this and just kind of eat this instead. I'm just gonna start just putting chips in."
It's a good decision. You'll feel better. Now, please, if I need more information about this place in the river, could you get back there, or could you tell us how to get there?
Oh, I could get there. If I was blind drunk, I was blind drunk when I got there. That's probably
Good.
why I survived.
Do you need to stay blind drunk to find your way back, or can we sober you up first?
I'll be fine either way, darling.
I'm gonna comms back because I'm not really in a spot to wait, and I'm gonna comms back to Rhea and Arly and be like, I think I found a lead and a guide. Can you meet us at the was it Gator's Tooth?
Yeah, it's the Gator's Tooth. Yeah.
Meet us at the Gator's Tooth bar. We might have actual direction.
Right there.
As like the comm ends, Ty kind of like sits and like folds ahead and like looks over to Leon and just goes, "Not bad, uptight. Not bad."
So we'll say you guys can keep asking questions, but we'll get like
Oh, Ty's bored of this person. He has no desire to talk to her.
Yeah, and I'm very much just there for the information. If she's gonna be a guide, I'll continue to sit and like small talk. If she thinks I'm treating her well
rare
or
movement
like flirting,
of
like I'm gonna
intelligence,
keep
Ty,
her engaged.
Yeah. In a rare moment of intelligence, Ty will kind of say, like, "Hold on, slow down. Gator, a big one?
Oh, they're all massive out here.
Okay, but bigger than the usual."
Yeah, what does
Just
massive mean here compared to what you fought or ran from?
Well, they vary depending on the ecosystem you track them down to.
Did
The
one
most
of them
part-
kill your crew, or are you just here drinking because you're bored? Ty says in like a very, very irritated voice.
My crew was gunned down by some corpo assholes with enough firepower to kill my crew.
And now we're getting somewhere. And where did this happen at?
Nice.
At our hunting spot. Obviously.
Is this by the river?
It was near a near the river. We were following something in. We thought we heard something and figured it was some bigger game, maybe some kind of large bird we could get some feathers off of. People go crazy for feather headdresses here sometimes.
So you have corporals gunning down game hunters.
Do they know
Seems
why?
weird.
Right, game hunting is not illegal around here. You all seem to do it. Why were they shooting?
Fuck if I know. I didn't ask questions. We opened up comms saying, "Hey, we're just here for. Did you see any big game moving through? Good sports." And then they opened fire, said something, and.
Understood. I'm going to adjust my question then. Can you take us back to that location?
I can get you to the drop-off point. Like how I can't get my ship much closer, I figure.
That's fine.
Kind of looks as like the sobering kind of hits her like, you gonna be piloting something though?
We're Lancer pilots, ma'am. Mechs.
We'll bring the guns.
All
Don't
of
worry
us.
about it.
Alright, I'll boost up the crabs. Just the two of you. And at that point, the Arly and Ray can enter.
Nope, we got 2 more.
Oh,
With-
fuck.
So, with the 4 of us, you said you can get your ship to the drop-off point. Is there enough space to drop in mechs around there?
I can get your mechs, and the jungle's clear enough. You should be able to. We got our one mech on through just fine until that was shot to pieces, or rather, started shooting at us, and we had to shoot it to pieces.
Great.
What's the policy on drunk piloting here?
Encouraged.
All right, I'll take it.
Yes.
All right, you 3 get your shit loaded up. I can take the disguise and have a flight unit on my mech if you want.
Disguise?
As in above.
You-
Oh.
You die. Just get on the ship. You'll lose us in the overgrowth.
Well, kind of like looking off to the side, but very obviously contacting something that's not the 3 of you. Just, sorry, bud. You gotta wait a little bit longer.
So- You talking to
Oh.
me?
Nah, don't worry about it.
Are you drunk too?
No, it's not important. In fact, I
Would
don't
you
think
like
someone like
would-
you would get it.
Would you like to be? Oh, you'd be surprised what I know.
My mech's sentient.
Ah, what level of NHP?
Lower level. Bliss has a personality. He likes to fight.
Compcom?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, basic stuff. My ship has a Compcom unit. You tell it to park and it parks. That's what it does. Now, if you had a full-on NHP on board, that would be something.
I feel like we're getting off track. We do need to
Ah.
get somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The more important things.
Sorry, right. Okay, get on. Oh gosh. Get on board the Sense and Sensibility. Captain Liz Benny will show you the way.
That's spectacular.
Yep.
Mm.
Not what I expect.
So, okay, we're going to go now, or?
No time like the present, right? Let's
Yeah.
go grab our mechs, get loaded up, and get moving.
Suit up, let's go.
Okay, and we'll say that we'll take a short break here as you are loaded up onto the Sense and Sensibility, and your mechs are loaded on, and you head on down, following the river line mostly, as Captain Benny takes you on down. And I think that's where we're gonna take a break. So,
Sounds good. Well, thanks
Works
for
for
sticking
me.
around. I'm very excited to be playing. We'll talk to you in a couple minutes, guys. Welcome back, everybody. I was at a loss as to whether I should say that or Turk should say that, but we are back with the Top Shelf. We play in Lancer. Turk's GMing. I'm playing an asshole. Ty's teaching me some things, and we are heading into the jungle. Turk, take it away.
yes, we are. All right, on board the Sense and Sensibility. You guys are quickly taken through the jungle. Captain Benny is just kind of drunkenly wake up a few times at the wheel, but seems a pretty comfortable, close ride. You're all free to check on your mechs and get everything set to go. Eventually, you do pull up on the shore here, and you can see a burned-out remains of a mech. So, right, it was just a few meters in the jungle there. You can follow our path in, and
I don't know.
I didn't get the full extent of the story you guys were talking about. Were your hunters in mechs and killed, or
we
just
had one
normal
we had one
hunters
me-
with
we had-
guns?
We had one mech in case you ran into a particularly large species, or don't know what you're gonna come into out here. But as you can see, she points to the burned-out wreck of what seemed to be a very much older, shoddily crafted, definitely compiled through parts that are not even GMS certified. You just kind of sitting there. It didn't go too well. It started firing on us. We hit it with all the heavy rounds we had, and
Yeah, I don't know if you two missed that part of the story too, but they were being shot at by people with guns. This wasn't just a monster story like you were saying. We have
But
threats
development.
of,
Your mech shot at you?
Yes, well, I wasn't the one piloting the mech. The pilot reported some difficulty with controls. Something apparently crept into the system and briefly was firing upon us. We fired back to take down the threat, and next thing we know, I'm crawling back into the ship, and that thing is going critical.
Rhea, do you know anything about systems that can do that?
Do I know anything about systems that can do that?
Take over
Do you
commands of a mech?
Hello, you can roll me a
Do I know
1d20.
anything about
Or
that?
Okay.
wait. No, this is the perfect opportunity to leverage one of your core pilot skills, one of the haze skills. Make me a systems check.
I have that.
Yes, you do. You have a point in systems. Roll me a d20 and add 1 to it.
14. 13 plus 1.
Perfect. That is a success. You do know for a fact that it is possible within combat for one pilot with superior technological arrays to override the command of someone directly in the cockpit.
Yes, it is possible, but normally I am the one engineering those, so I've never heard of many other people doing it, but it is definitely possible. Hopefully our systems are more up to date and are less able to be affected by those types of triggers.
Yeah, because I think I've mentioned before that I'm not super keen on being on the opposing side of you and your hives, so that's good to hear. But do we suit up here then? Head out?
My guess is that's for the best. Best not get caught slipping, huh?
Perfect. Before I do anything else, I don't know if we have like a line of credit as Lancer folks or what have you, but
license level 0 basically ensures you have that's kind of your level of money and experience. You can afford if you need to.
Basically just want to dump as much of a tip is excessively reasonable towards this extremely drunk woman who's just piloted us here.
Kind of just like leaning back on the wheel, kind of like rotates as you go to like extend your hand to direct the mana her way. Says, no. If you're going to kill those asshole corporate types, it's free. I'll even wait here to drive you back so I can buy you a drink.
Ty has almost the most uncharacteristic, like, huge shit-eating grin on his face and just says, killing happens to be the one thing I'm good at.
And he's gonna kind of wave off the credit transfer and offer just a genuine handshake then and be like, deal.
Kind of throwing herself forward, like catches it and kind of attempts a curtsy, but like pulls on her jean, like on her pants, kind of jean material instead of a skirt.
Off we go then. Hopefully you're still here when we get back, and if you're not, hopefully you got back safely. Either way, I'll respect
Lancers,
it, but
suit up.
All right, get it. No.
Yes. No,
Which
just
I,
like
wait, I mean, it's a pretty simple system. It's a GMS Everest mech, despite all your customizations to it.
They're beautiful.
It is. It's a very beautiful thing. All you have put in a lot of work, which I think now is a good time to describe the look of your mech, so to bring it up on the screen. But it is pretty simple. It will it lowers down, the cockpit opens, you're able to jump inside and appropriate.
I mean, technically mine might be a little bit different by the way Blitz is built, but it's
sure.
I'll get to that when I describe when I go in.
Let's do an overlay order then.
perfect. Oh, that would be me. So I am piloting the progenitor, which is a big ol' tanky mech that has just recently been reconstructed and repainted. So it's got some deep blue accents there, carrying a big fucking gator smacking hammer in context, and his trusty lucky pistol. But from there, we have is it the Vespa, Rhea?
Yes.
Okay.
Next is me, and I have the Vespa. It's a very arachnid, like thin, dexterous limbs, especially the legs. And there are actually, like, instead of boosters on the back, there are like thin metal sheet wings that kind of flutter constantly every now and then. And on the back, there's also it's just behind the torso, like just lower than a backpack. There's an extra compartment, and that's where the drones are kept. So it's very bug-like, and it's very thin, and so that's the one weapon. And then she's also got a melee weapon and a thermal pistol holstered on one of the arachnid legs.
So we'll throw it over to Panacea.
Yeah, so I'm piloting the Polaris, which is big and bulky, but mostly by design. It's got a huge backpack on its back, carrying a bunch of extra supplies in the event that either Panacea or any of the other pilots and their mechs need anything. It also has these two kind of external arms that they're little tertiary arms that jut out from like the front chest of this mech that are used for more fine detail motor skills. But then you still have to be prepared for combat, so it has two pistols in either hand with holsters on either leg where they're usually kept. And they are modeled after the pistols that Arly has as a pilot.
All right, and last but not least, Lightning, you're shooting up in the Blitz.
So I guess this is relevant since you guys, this Lightning is the new member of the team. As he sort of takes off his sort of stealth operating suit and is left in just his pilot suit, you all notice that there are sort of several small circular-looking plugs running down Lightning's spine. He kind of like shakes and like makes a crack. He looks up at Blitz and just says, "Long time, old friend, huh?" He sits in the pilot seat, and like you see, like there's sort of spokes on the pilot seat. He plugs himself back into those, and then Blitz kind of boots up. The Blitz is this sort of large, sleek, sort of gunmetal gray and red looking mech. It has sort of two reversible arm blades on either side and holds an SMG like sort of pistol in both hands. Most notably on it is the very large sort of flight unit booster on its back, which has these two circular engines that spin up as it comes online, as it goes online.
Mm-hmm. I will note, Panacea, as you open up your mech, you do hear, I need to do this right, because I need to do the accent perfectly, but without going full certain chef. Greetings, Miss Panacea. Can I help you with anything today?
Oh,
as your NHP comes online.
Mm-hmm.
Linnaeus.
I love it so much. Good afternoon, Linnaeus. We're here on a bit of a recon mission.
My scans are picking up some absolutely fascinating flora. Are we here to catalog them?
If you have the time, then yes, please.
Well, I'll certainly keep track of everything I can.
Wonderful. I'll let you know in the event I need you for anything else. In the meantime, just keep scrutinizing. The best thing that you can do.
Naturally, I'll be running scans. It shouldn't take too much heat, but no promises.
Thank you.
And I guess everyone else would just probably just hear like a low drone from outside the cockpit. But since he's plugged in, Ty, as he boots up, just hears like a very kind of crisp robotic voice just go, "Systems nominal, scanning for targets." And Ty just goes, "Easy, Blitz."
Difference between a CompCon and a homunculus grade NHP. So,
as everyone's buckling up into their mechs, I'm going to say over the comms, keep in mind that the Hive system has a drone for just about anything. Let me know what you need. And there's this low buzzing through the comms constantly, which everyone else would be used to except for Ty, who probably finds it very annoying.
Well, to be fair, it's probably only annoying until we get near something to shoot, because Ty
That's fair.
When he gets
Yeah, see, to Leon, that probably drowns out the sound of gunfire and things. That's his focus sound at this point. It's like, oh, the bees are buzzing. It's time to fight. Like,
perfect white noise,
Yeah,
as
it
Jeff's
is.
pointing out.
Yeah, Ty just goes like, "How do you guys function like this?" And like kind of has like preparing to like play like a playlist for whenever he gets into combat.
you'll
You
get
guys-
used to it. Let's go.
You guys, boost yourselves off into ankle deep water and are able to kind of quickly get into the wood, into the jungle. And true to her word, just a few in, you start finding a clearing. I'm gonna move you guys over, and you can see what looks to be some kind of facility with a small landing strip and a few enemy mechs. And here's where we change music once again.
What do you know? Wasn't that damn hard to find, were they?
All right. So.
Yeah, we're getting some old school fucking.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we are.
Turn this
But-
shit up.
So, quick note, combat is going to be really easy. There is no initiative. There is just, hey, who wants to go first? One of you will go first. I'll send one of mine. We'll all have a fun time till one of us runs out and the rest of us roll on. There will be a quick breakdown. You have a movement, 2 quick actions, or a full action. Have to be careful with the fingers there. Additionally, you can spend a heat per combat to overcharge, which gives you an extra quick action. However, each time you overcharge, you take on more heat. Heat is sometimes good, most of the time bad. Watch your heat cap spots, watch your hit points. Let's just jump into it. Who wants to go first?
I mean, Blitz and I'll take it as the light and fast mech. We'll happily take the
Yeah,
initiative.
tell you what,
I was
I'm
even
just
gonna second that too and just be
change
like,
I'm gonna change the group roll out. Just
Lightning!
knowing
Yes,
your personality.
please.
run Blitz
Stick me in
forward,
the
take it
back.
away. Let's see what the
You
new
got
team
it,
member can
Uptight.
do.
You got it uptight. Stay on my ass, all right? And then you'll see you can start to see the boosters on Blitz's back kind of turn from that sort of simple yellow to a very, very bright blue as he jets forward, engaging his flight systems and takes off into the sky, blasting forward. Let's see. Blitz has speed 5 total. I'm a fast boy.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna go just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will use one of my first quick action to take a boost, keep flying. 2.
I will say, getting there, you do see some extra fellas.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Target practice. Let's kick some ass. And Blitz will kind of turn into a very low spinning dive, and dive back down towards this guys. Both SMGs up and just start blaring away at them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Do this.
Are
Skirmish.
you going to? Yeah, you're gonna skirmish.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Here it is.
So that's going to be a 1 to hit.
Yikes. Unfortunate.
Unfortunately, their
for going.
evasion's a little higher than that. You might want to start using. You can say, "Hey, I'm going to use." I will say though, you're using a pistol.
Mhm.
That's reliable 1.
Oh yeah, reliable 1. I always
Even
do
if-
1 damage, even if I miss.
Hey.
This is gonna sound really dumb. You guys are gonna have to stick with me through it. But there's a certain tag here called fronts. You fly up, aim down, and just giant shell just discharges straight through this thing, and it just quickly crumples to the floor. These are not sturdy mechs.
So yeah,
Grunts ain't tough.
as the shot the shot will ring out and you'll see the round will pierce through the center torso of the mech and it'll kind of crumple. Blitz will kind of just land right next to it. And I'll just go turkey shoot.
Beautiful. Though it is my turn. And we're gonna give it to the fellow whose buddy you assumedly just killed.
Yeah, my bad.
For reference, these are for everyone's reference, I suppose, especially the audience. These are assault NPCs. So they do this thing where they are really good at shooting. So I'm gonna do that now, albeit with my 1 difficulty as well. I'm gonna give you soft cover for shooting through these dense jungles. You were coming from above, so it's a bit easier. And that's not very good. So that is going to be a -2. However, the assault rifle that he is going to shoot at you is reliable too, so take 2 HP damage.
Coolio.
Better than the other option. And then it's gonna shoot again. It's gonna barrage you. And with a soft cover, that is going to be a 10 against your evasion.
Which is also 10.
Okay, that's gonna hit, which means you will take 6 more damage.
Ouch.
Yes, the assault rifle, the mechs are not sturdy. The assault rifles they're carrying certainly appear to be, and it's just bullets begin to rip through the jungle forest, clearing a lot of trees. So firing back, you won't have as much soft cover to deal with.
Makes sense.
So, back to the team. Who's going next?
I would not mind going next unless anyone else really wants to.
No,
I can
it's
follow
up
up
to
you.
Okay. So I have 6 movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, I was right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then my attack for my Nexus is 10 range. So if I take a skirmish, 4, 5, 6, I think I can hit that one right there.
That's a straight line. I'll call it.
Okay, and so that is. You said the Nexus attack is a little bit different.
Yes,
right?
you're not. So you aim and you take your Nexus launcher off your back and start shooting. I will show these because you went through the trouble of finding some amazing art for your drones. You release the bees upon this person as one of your Nexus launchers open and a few drones slip out. You are not aiming to hit their evasion. You're aiming to hit their E defense as they attempt to quickly
Okay, but it's still a rolled attack, right?
It's still a rolled attack.
Okay, cool.
I would not rob you of that.
That was a natural 7. Do I add anything to that?
I would actually say attacking from up that high. I'm gonna give you it with 1 accuracy.
So a D6 on top of that, right?
1d6 on top of that.
Okay, that was a 4, so that's 11.
11 will definitely beat this person's E defense as the drones stick in. I mean, again, this guy also has the grunt tag, so he's not very sturdy. Tell me how your drones in particular attack and destroy this mech.
So I send out a swarm of maybe 3 drones, and they just surround it, swirling around and sending little, from their little stingers, they send little blasts, and then they just kind of overload the system, and he crumples.
Wait, they stick in, or are they just piercing with small lasers?
Just piercing with small lasers.
Perfect.
And so can I use my second quick action to then hide?
You may. So let's look at that hide action. You have to you have to roll. Yes, you're not engaged, which is perfect. And if you hide, you gain the hidden status. Is you're not in anyone's direct line of sight, being in the jungle. So you will be hidden. Now it's one of my guys' turns. So I'm gonna do something. Fun. You see this mech here is going to move up. It's 4 bipedal legs, and it will lean back and line of sight 20. Damn. And you will see it aim its cannons up and fire off 3 rockets into the sky, and they will be hanging there for a moment and not down anywhere. But yeah.
Okay.
That's gonna be it.
So if I'm seeing rockets go up, comms are gonna go out to Queen Bee and Lightning. You guys all right out there? I'm hearing gunfire.
Yeah, we found the party, all right. Wouldn't mind some support.
Perfect. I'm going to see if I can drop some presents back on whatever's launching those missiles up. I'm going to take my... well, I don't know if I want to make a full movement. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna take 6. I'm going to slope down the hill to there.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, you come off and just down the cliff.
Yep. And then nestled there, hopefully to find myself some cover. I have, or had, at least line of sight, and the weapon is arcing, so I shouldn't need much more than that.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
As you're able to pick up on your sensors now.
Fuck.
Some new friends.
Okay, so one question before I change my answer, or I might change my answer depending on this. I'm looking at my howitzer. It says blast 1.
Yes, so you will hit if you attack something. It will not only damage that creature, that mech, but also everything within 1 space of it.
Okay, so just whatever, like the little spider boy right there, it would injure the dude next to him.
Indeed, it would.
Okay.
Though it also are inaccurate, so you're innately rolling with a -1, with a 1 difficulty, just because it's a howitzer.
Next combat question.
Yeah.
Do my triggers as a pilot assist me in combat?
No, unfortunately not. They are mostly just for RP scenarios.
RP scenarios. Okay, that's fine.
But you do in fact, you do have a, oh gosh, what is the tag called? You have a particular customization to your mech. So if you can justify how that particular personalization helps impact it, you can gain 1 accuracy.
Wait, what am I looking at for that?
It is one of your talent. It's one of your systems added on from GMS. General Mechanized Systems. Your gateway to the stars. The people who created and helped to popularize mechs as a whole.
Got it. So yeah, I would actually deign to say that specific situations, if you'll allow me, is going to be designed for retaliatory attacks, whether that be popping off with a pistol at somebody else who's shooting, but kind of that almost the sentinel feat, if I can be allowed that.
It's a trait. I would say like it's tell me if I'm flavoring this right. You're basically you track incoming fire like reverse tracer rounds. You have a system on that tracks incoming fire and brings back to an origin source to assist with your targeting.
Yep, I am looking to shoot back at whatever's shooting. So
perfect. Your accuracy will cancel out the difficulty.
Okay.
Make a shot.
Is that just a D6 then?
That's going to be a 1d20.
That's a d20 for that. Okay.
Yes, against their evasion, which I'm going to check here. Should be fine. Okay. It's not built to dodge.
Jesus. Yeah, right.
Do you have any advantages, disadvantages, or such?
I'm trying to see that. Because I'm just rolling a d20. There's no modifiers to that.
There's no direct modifiers.
Ugh, that's a 4.
A 4, you launch it up, and it will come just a bit wide, launching over here. Not hitting anything in particular, unfortunately, though.
A couple of trees fell, but...
Yeah, and just, like, mark it as, like... Yeah.
Cool.
Bad area.
Hey, no luck on my end, but we got a couple of bogeys on the other side of the wood, too.
Speaking of bogeys, one of them is going to take a pot shot at you with the difficulty because you were in that soft cover and didn't shoot directly at them. Oh, wow, this dice hates me. This is the dice used for Pathfinder. I should know it doesn't.
I have
good
a
numbers.
quick question.
Of course.
My projected shield, is that an action on my turn, or is that more of like a reaction shield?
Ooh, that is a good question. Let me look at the GMS systems here.
I had it pulled up in the book.
It's a protocol, so you can use it immediately as no action.
Okay, so I would like to, and I think it lasts.
Nominate a character within line of sight. All ranged or melee attacks that they make against you, or that you make against them, gain a +2 difficulty until the start of your next turn. So basically, yeah, you can shoot out Buzzy to protect anyone within line of sight.
I'm gonna shoot out Buzzy for Lightning is his call name, Blitz, and I'm going to say, notice you're taking a lot of fire. Here's some shields to back you up.
I will appreciate it.
So you launch out this particularly larger bee drone, and it's going to kind of like land on you, Blitz, right next to your optic sensors, your head of your mech, and it will kind of just like hold up two hands, and combined with the various other projectors, will create a personalized field around you.
Hey, this isn't that bad.
And it'll just get a right outside your mech.
More buzzing.
More buzzing. Fantastic. Just what I needed. More buzzing.
More buzzing. But if that's your go, I rolled a 1 with 4 difficulty. However, that is still reliable 2 damage. This thing clears through the foliage to kind of just ping off of you a little bit for 2 hit points. But it's now Panacea. Polaris hurt somebody.
Do the thing.
Was that for Starfall, or that was for the Progenitor that took damage?
Yes, Progenitor is taking 2 HP.
Okay.
I'll call out on the comm system. All right, who needs the most assistance right now?
As you can hear these comms go up, you can like actively hear gunfire pinging off of Blitz's arms, just like kind of getting shot at over here.
Okay, I'll do my best. Progenitor, you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Help out the new guy.
Let's start here. I'm in cancel rage to help any and all of your male
Over your comms.
Thank you, Lene. I'm gonna try and head over toward.
Madam, that was not me. I think we are being interfered with.
Oh, interesting. Good to know. Keep note. I'll try and use all of my speed to get towards Blitz. I think I only have a 6 speed, right? Yeah. Yeah. So let's see.
Faster than me. Did I do my speed wrong?
My
That's
speed is
as
also
close
6.
as
No. You have accurate speed. Oh, are you landing there? Are you moving through that space?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
The missiles that were hovering, one of them will
Shoot.
connect with you, and you will take 5 damage.
Oh, ow. Oh no. Okay.
You got hit by a javelin. That's gonna be 5 kinetic for any purposes of resistances, but I don't think any of you are in a position to have resistances just yet. But good news is, the other 2 don't seem to be coming your way. So that's great.
That's nice to know.
Cool. Super
You're free to
neat.
proceed.
I don't know
As a
that
reminder,
there's
you have
much I
4
can
strikes.
do at this point. Shoot. Well, darn. Heck, and shoot even more. I think I might use a mech system to try and deploy some hardcover in some free spaces if possible.
Sure, I'd love that.
Cool. I can do 1 hardcover to 2 sections. So I think I would do it like directly in front of me.
All right, I am going to mark that off with a very noticeable color. Right there. And where else?
And then over on this side too.
Okay. Describe how your mech creates hardcover. Hardcover will literally protect your mech from any and all shots. So
Sick.
this is not just like, sandbags going out and covering your knees.
Mech with spray foam, just like
It just does some Naruto hand sides and presses the ground.
Does-
Just 2 sections just raise up.
I mean, we're that anime already. Might as well. You can
Listen,
have a,
well, you might as
you
well
can have
go
a
all in.
you can have a Digistructor on like the side if you want, and just.
I mean, I was thinking that. Like, I have these 2 tiny arms, like jutting out the chest of the mech. So I want it to like build something very quickly, like super Lego style. And I want to say that all the parts are in the backpack, so it's just like grabbing things and stacking it very quickly.
The two hands kind of to the back, and we'll begin exactly like a Lego game. As these 2 large blocks of seemingly very dense material, we'll call it some kind of future space age thing, like selenium or something.
Love it.
Will materialize in front of you for hardcover. So that's your go, which means I have to get all these other guys a turn. So we're gonna say that this goon here.
I mean, you don't have to.
I'm legally obliged to. This goon here is also going to shoot you, but from a different angle for some difficulties. I cannot roll very well. This is going to be a very good session for you guys. That's a 3
I mean,
with-
we aren't rolling that much better, if we're being perfectly honest.
I'm not using roll 20. This should not happen.
I don't think half of us are either.
Oh no, this is very bad. But
You don't need to hit anyone. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm also cool with you not hitting anything, especially not me anymore.
Well,
Remember,
the good-
Blitz has 2 difficulty if they attack him.
This is true. They're not attacking Blitz. They're attacking Progenitor right now.
Yikes.
But with that miss, it is going to be still just the reliable 2 damage.
So, is this 2 questions on
Yes.
that? So this is the end of the round. Once you use all of these folks.
Once I use all my
all
minions,
your
hidden and
peoples.
unhidden, yes.
I can use reactions once per turn.
Yes.
Can I use that to brace against reliable damage and have that?
Do you have a reaction that allows you to do that?
Everyone does, I believe.
Oh, if you want to use reaction to brace, yes. 100%.
Yeah, I'm just using the combat cheat sheet here.
Oh
Trying to
yeah,
figure out
100%.
if that-
Use,
I'm just
use your-
using what it says in the thing.
I gave you something. Please use it. Yes. You can brace and
I don't know if
100%.
I want to against that one dude if I'm waiting on missiles coming down, but
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah, I'll brace and have that one. Because I don't know what else is out there, so.
That's fair. That's very fair. Okay, so you only take 1 damage in that case. Okay, this fella's gonna move up. 1, 2, 3. How fast can he move? Pretty fast. Good for him.
Good for
4.
him.
Yeah, I mean he's got your average. He's your average built mech. Clearly a little light in the armor. He's gonna shoot this one at Blitz.
Heyo.
Because you are proving to be a pretty difficult target. So that's 3 difficulty. Jimmy Christmas, he was knocked. Oh wait, that's not that big of a number. It should be 2 difficulty. I'll go easy on you. Just roll 2 difficulty.
Good luck.
That's a 7 minus 7 for a 0.
That's
So
a 0.
reliable 2. So we'll take that.
Does put me at 0 HP.
Okay. So here's what we're gonna do.
Uh-huh.
Gonna need you to roll me a d6.
I can do that for you right now. That's a 2.
Okay, a 2. System trauma. Part of your mech is torn off by the damage. Roll another d6.
Oh
A
no.
5.
A 5. A system of your choice is destroyed.
Oh.
So one of your systems just need to mark it as no longer operational. However, this next turn, let me see. Limited systems and weapons that are out of charges are not valid choices. If there are no valid choices remaining, it becomes the other result. If there are no valid systems or weapons remaining, it becomes the result of direct hit. You don't want to get hit by direct hit.
Okay.
So you take out 1 system, but now back to full HP. You've taken 1 structure damage. Also mark that on your
Cool.
sheet.
Gotcha. Not a problem. Going back up. Do my replaceable parts count?
Replaceable parts are you can 100%. That is 100% a system.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. Fine. Who cares? I will mark that as destroyed temporarily.
Yeah. Did I give you all? Did I say you can all use this mech that is super for beginners of the system? So hopefully no one dies by having traits of the mech to, survive with.
I'll be fine.
Never. Anyway, this fella's gonna move. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he sees someone up on that hill that hasn't taken any damage yet.
Who?
So.
Technically,
that
there are 2
person-
people that haven't taken any. Oh,
I'm
no, actually,
hidden.
I'm the only one.
No one
You are,
sees me.
You are
You're my only
hidden.
one.
That's right. Oh gosh.
Imagine
right.
being seen, dude.
That's accurate. I unfortunately will have to attack Blitz again.
Okay, that's fine.
Hey.
Bring it.
Hey, I gave you a shield. That's all I can do.
You have a shield, which means that this is just gonna once again be another reliable 2 damage unless you want to use your reaction.
I'm gonna use my reaction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Half that damage to 1.
Yeah.
As you are back at full HP. However, you do see on this turn, or rather, you actually don't see. Ignore this.
That's concerning.
I am worried.
You
I actually
should
wasn't
be.
looking, and I looked over, and it was already gone. So damn.
Rico.
I also wasn't
Comes over all your mechs. Let's see. You're hidden, but its sensors are pretty good. So it's gonna attempt to make a check on you.
Just so you know, for clarity's sake, I do have the infiltrator talent, which says entering line of sight with hostile creatures or moving from cover does not stop me from being hidden,
Line of sight.
and I can
does-
even move into enemy spaces and not be seen.
Line of sight doesn't matter for this quick tech action,
Uh-oh.
in which
Oh.
I need you to make an agility check.
Ooh.
Agility check. Okay, so Mech. Is that?
So it's a pilot talent.
oh,
When
okay.
you're Haze,
Whoops.
hull action, hull agility, systems, and
Gotcha.
engineering.
So
So be a
just-
+1 for you, and
so,
+3 for it, because its systems are quite good, as you will come to realize.
I rolled a natural 1, so
Uh-oh.
I'm not even gonna waste my +2 on that.
You
Uh-oh.
begin hearing over your.
Have you or a loved one ever experienced the loss of a personal of a family member? And they'll punch. Would you like to?
As you are going to have a tech attack made against you.
Uh-oh.
So let's just do that. Let's just see what happens. Your E defense. Tell me the number.
8. Oh, 9. Sorry.
9. That was almost good enough. Unfortunately, that's a 12.
Oh,
Okay.
well.
I'm gonna need you to pick someone on your team. Actually, no. Why don't you attack Polaris for me?
Uh-oh.
One of your main weapons with your hive launcher.
My
As
main
you-
weapons
as-
are my
as-
Nexus Killer.
As you yes, with your Stinger drones, as you start to try and like see this thing kind of materialize, you get a bunch of ads just popping up on your screen, and your mech pivots, and you just launch a bunch of drones at Polaris. Make an attack.
Great. Why
It's
can't I
a-
roll a natural one on this? Okay, that's a 7.
7 against Polaris, your E defense, which should be 8 if I recall.
It is 8, yes.
Woo!
So you get the incoming, and this is incoming, ma'am. I will set the defenses immediately. And you will see the drones begin to come towards you, and then just kind of veer off and start just like buzzing and harmlessly blasting at some trees. So you are clear. However,
Thank you, Linnaeus. Oh boy.
that is going to be all my goons' turn, as you will see something has jumped up on the roof here. It looks like it's almost a broadcast, like a strange little broadcasting drone type thing.
I got eyes on it.
But it definitely doesn't look pleased at all of you. And you'll again start just hearing kind of through all of your
That's not my
comms.
buzzing, darn it!
Yeah, exactly.
Noticing
now-
the Polaris take fire, Ty will kind of just like turn Blitz around a bit and look at the Queen Bee, at Queen Bee, and just go,
No, you can't
No,
see me.
friendly fire!
I'm hidden.
"Oh right." I mean, I think I would know where you are.
Something hacked into my systems for a moment, but I've regained control.
Wouldn't have to be that dog thing over there, would it?
Would I be able to know or no?
If we know a thing or two, because we've seen a thing or two.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
And we
squish it.
know you did it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go squish it. Ty says, and then blitzes and just kind of just power. up.
Rhymes the disease. Meet the cure.
I love that. Blitz's engine will just kind of power up again, and then just like take off one more time, and he'll just like start flying right over here. I have 5 flight, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna go right here because I want to swipe at this thing with my tactical blade.
Sure, go for it. It is above you, but you are flying, so it'll all work out.
Cool. Here we go. Here it is. I rolled a 20.
A 20. That's a critical hit. If you
Holy
roll
heck.
flat, if you roll a 20, regardless of the circumstances, it's a critical hit. So you roll all your damage die twice. So just, why don't you hit that button again and give me another roll of damage?
Here we go. So 5 and 4 are my damage rolls.
9 damage. Damn.
Wow.
Okay. You come up to this thing and just plant your knife directly right below its sensor arrays, where the pilot probably is, and just. And it's not looking too peachy.
And since that was a quick action to skirmish, I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna take the other. So Blitz kind of just like boosts
You could-
forward,
yeah.
takes the first tactical blade and like stabs it. So I'm gonna take the other tactical blade off my other arm and just do it again. So here comes that. That's an 18 to hit this time.
18 will beat its evasion, but it will just be another 7 damage as your other. You have a second tactical blade, remind me?
Have to.
You bring that around and just drop it right into the top of this thing.
Mhm.
And as you have to fall to the ground, correct? Or you fly?
I fly. I can. Stay-
Okay, you
Good
took the
damage.
full flight.
Mhm.
Sweet. So you drop this thing right in the top, and you watch as
You'll never take me.
and the buzzing drops as you just destroyed a witch, my friend.
Good buzzing's still here though.
Good buzzing is still in. The sweet sound of buzzing returns to your ears.
All right, and then I'm gonna overcharge while I'm at it, cause who cares?
That you take 1 heat, and mark the 1 overcharge on
Gotcha,
your sheet
yep.
there. Perfect.
And I'm gonna use that to take and actually, kind of like sheathing both of like the wrist blades on Blitz. Ty will turn and draw one of his SMGs and aim at the guy back here, and try to just put a couple holes in him.
Yeah, never mind. I was gonna. How much? I'm curious here, because like if we all have comms and we all have radar and stuff, How much can we kind of tactically meta this between?
You can
mechs?
100% tactically meta this. You all
Okay.
have assumedly cons.
Because if I watch that radar thing blow up, I'm gonna immediately, as soon as my comm hits back up, talk to Ty and be like, fire deeper back. I'm catching up to you.
You got it. Blitzing forward then. And then, rather than aiming at the, kind of like looking back, he'll turn his SMG forward at this poor sop over here and try to just blast him with my pistol instead.
Sure.
And here's a roll for that. That's a 17.
17 will hit for
Flat 2 damage.
Flat 2 damage is all you need on this fella. It clears right through him. You see his reactor go. Very exposed. Small pops all you get, unfortunately.
Like, you guys will kind of just see, like, Blitz kind of, like, flitting around a bit in the air. It's like, gotta say, guys, it's seeming a little bit too easy.
All right.
Didn't you just shed some spare parts a moment ago?
Yeah. Got the casualties.
It is my turn now.
Go for it.
I will, sir. I will. And I'll tell you what.
There's another one.
There is not.
Here comes more.
There is not. However, however, this one here is going to turn, step forward. Quick action is going to make a tech attack against you. What's your E defense?
8.
8. I do have a disadvantage. That's a 15. So let's see if we can't bring that down.
2
13.
disadvantage.
I have 2 disadvantage. Wait.
He's shielded.
He is. Well, is he still shielded?
I think it's permanent.
That's against attacks, though, right? It's against physical attacks.
Let me pull it back up.
Oh wait, nominate character, all ranged or melee attacks.
Okay,
This is not a
so
ranged
only
or melee
physical.
attack. This
Cool.
is yeah. It is so you're going to. It's not going to do anything to your mech. You just have the locked on trait, which is useful for me. I'm just going to put a skull and bones on you because it's the easiest thing to put on, and totally not saying anything that's about to happen. But it is.
Just say they have a lock on me.
Yeah.
Very Star Fox.
Yes. And then it's going to.
I'm coming, Skippy.
It's gonna, as it comes and like runs towards you, it's going to jump and try and pull a combat knife out, a giant combat knife, for reference, of course, and get your feet. That is going to be with 2 difficulty, right?
Yes.
2 difficulty. Damn, you're hurting me.
As you hear the
6
buzzing get louder.
Buzz!
It's working overtime to stop the physical knife.
That's going to be a 11 against your evasion.
Which I'm pretty sure is just 10 is my evasion.
Oof. Okay. So you see it. It does that kind of thing where like its shield clearly is like bleeping and buzzing hard around it, and the honeycomb pattern fractures briefly to get right into your mech's knee joint, and you will take 4 hit point damage. Assault mechs are really good at hitting.
They sure are, huh?
If that one didn't hit, it's not reliable. So,
Is what it is.
However, it is now all yours turn again.
Okay, I would like to follow up then. I have a quick question about movement.
Of course.
Can movement be broken up between action bits?
The only thing that can't is certain weapons that have the ordnance tag require you to fire before you move, as they are typically heavier weapons like a RPG or howitzer.
Okay.
Like a real big gun.
Got it.
You need to like brace.
This is a big boy.
So if I move to here, I could then move to like 2 forward after that.
Yes, however, you are considered engaged with these 2 targets.
Yeah, they'll be gone in a minute. I'm gonna
I hate being called out for using grunts like this, but yes.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna use a barrage, I suppose would be what it is, but I want to take 2 strikes with my big ol' hammer and
I would
try to
remind
squash.
you of your executioner talent.
Yeah.
If you hit with one, you can follow through and take attack on the other as a free action.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
perfect. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I appreciate that.
I appreciate how there is literally perfect Lancer art for this moment. I'll post later.
Okay, I'm gonna take a swing then We're gonna use my yeet dice for this. Let's see.
Did they say yeet on the 20s?
Yeah, so the 20 says yeet and the 1 says fuck, and it's all made out of glass. They're gorgeous.
Naturally.
Okay, that is a 12.
A 12 will hit against their evasion.
Okay. So that's a 6 points of damage.
Gone.
Okay. And then I'm going to use that free swing. Do I have to roll for that second swing on the executioner?
You do. You can make it as a free attack, however.
Okay, that's fine. That's an 11.
11 will also beat its evasion.
Okay. That's 7.
Yeah, 7 damage, even if it's halved via the perk, will, it will fuck it up. So
Okay.
they're both gone.
I'm going to use my second, or the rest of my movement to get here.
Yeah, you blast through and quickly just rotate 360 with the hammer, clearing these things out. I have an art. I'll post this later. But it's just exactly what I imagined happening. Just one upswing of a hammer. I can try and hold up the camera, but it would just be terrible.
And I feel like this is. I'm gonna use my other small action then, or to take a shot at the guy next to Blitz. Because they're reliable, and because at this point I know they only have 1 HP. Do I need to roll for that?
Sorry, you're going to shoot at it?
Yeah. So if I shoot at it with a pistol, with a reliable tag, that does 1 HP. But it's just gonna die if it takes 1 damage. Do I have to roll?
Of course, I would encourage you to roll because rolling's fun. But also, you're right, and it's dead. It's dead. And it kind of, even if you don't hit, it's kind of like playing off of its arm or something and go right into its core because it's poorly designed, and it will just pop.
Yeah. See, I just very much am trying to kind of tail Blitz and show off a little bit, so I crush those two, and since he's engaged directly in front of Blitz, I'm just gonna take shots out at its back.
You'll see, you'll see from your mech's cameras, just from while it's hovering, the Blitz mech itself throw a salute and just say, "Nice cover fire."
That was 3 in a turn. Catch up, bud.
Oh, now we're just showing off.
You know whose turn it is? It's my turn.
Do the thing, Turk.
I will do the thing because guess who's locked on?
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Which
shit.
I'm gonna consume at this moment, which gives me an advantage on this attack. I know how this system works.
Is it a physical attack?
I'm sorry, what is it? It is a physical attack.
So 1 advantage, 2
I
disadvantage?
would love to hear your reaction.
Because I'm gonna blow a reaction.
Oh sure, go for a reaction.
So as these Ty recognizes shit, I have a lock on me, and looks up and sees missiles blaring in.
Hey, he's gonna launch missiles. Yeah, coming at you. Yeah.
Ty's just all right then, fair enough. The bright blue in the thrusters on Blitz's engine will begin to burn of almost iridescent crimson red. And he's just all right, Blitz, show me what you got. And Ty will just burst into a the Blitz is just a blur of motion. Trees get blown left and right. He just dashes off as fast as humanly possible, or I guess mechanically possible.
Okay. You still have the locked on feat, so I am going to take a hit at you. What does that do?
You have to tell me. This is the thing we were working on.
Okay. That's right. So we'll give you instead of a 1 advantage, it will give the attacker a 1 disadvantage.
Cool.
So that will, I'll use my clear dice as disadvantage. And
do we still have the 2 disadvantage from the shield, or is that broken?
It's not, actually.
Cool. Then I'll happily keep using that.
See,
Thanks,
that's the freaking.
I can see how the buzzing is helpful now. I think I get it. I think
You know what's really cool about this though?
Does it still hit because it has reliable 27 or something?
It's not reliable 27. Let me just roll this and
If you
see what happens.
if you blow up the character that's giving my character growth, I'm gonna be sad.
I will not. I promise.
He's got 4 more weapons to drop. That's fine.
So okay, 20 minutes. That it does gain It gains a bunch of tags: smart, seeking, and AP because it launches a huntsman missile at you.
Oh, no.
So this is going to be against your E defense.
Oh no, I'm not good at that.
Yeah, tell me what that is while I find all the tags here.
That would be an 8, sir.
An 8. Can you do any better?
No. I mean, unless you want to account for the fact that I am technically moving incredibly fast right now.
I did, but that was why you had 3 difficult. Oh wait, actually. Oh, that's only one more. Okay, that's gonna be a 10 to
Well,
hit
that
you.
hits me, unfortunately.
Okay, I just want to make sure the seeking. Yeah. Oh, okay, and this is AP as well.
Uh-oh.
So whatever armor you have, which I think
is
is it's just none on the GMS, so it's an ignorable thing right at the start. You are going to take 4 explosive damage.
Cool. I didn't go down another hull point. Awesome.
But it's not the only missile it launches.
Oh, cool. Love that.
So one of these is going to be against Polaris, who it knows is behind that. So it's arcing, so it ignores cover. But I will give one. Ooh, okay, that D6 is gone forever.
Goodbye, D6.
Goodbye.
Rest in peace.
Goodbye.
Serve well.
That is an 8 against your evasion.
It meets it.
Meets it, beats it. So you will also take 4 explosive as a missile collides with you.
Ow.
And then you're not hidden anymore, actually, because the search found you.
Yeah, but the search was the other bot, right?
The witch, you're assuming the high-tech creature was not able, the high-tech mech was not able to communicate to its teammates approximate locations while it was spamming you with junk mail. You underestimate the system, sir, and for that, you will get a 1 on the D20, so you only get reliable 2.
I'm
Also,
gonna brace it.
raise for resistance, no damage. Okay, fair. 1 damage. And I'll tell you what, everyone who got hit, move 1 space away from the impact point. So I'll actually do it for you, because I can do that. Boop, boop. Boop. Knockback 1. Love to see it.
Do I get to move at all because of my nightmare drive?
Oh, you can. You can move. Let's say you can move 2 spaces.
Cool. And then I'm gonna go here, and then I'm gonna go here, because I think I need to blow that thing up.
I will say, move. Rather that you were here, right? Move 2 spaces, and then I'll move you 1 back because you're moving an attempt to evasive action that didn't work.
I'll go here then. Yeah.
Okay. Boop. So it's now your turn again. Progenitor and Blitz have gone,
Yeah,
so it is on Queen Bee and Polaris.
I have a question.
Or
I don't know if it would take my turn.
Let me know. Hit me with it.
So the missile, there was a few missiles shot into the air at the beginning of combat. Are they, and only 1 came down, I think. Are they still up there? And do I know what would trigger them?
The missiles have since fallen on the ground. They were to the very close to Polaris. Right here and right here.
Okay. That is my main question. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I could take
if
the
you
action.
want to go,
Do you
for
want?
it.
Do you want the kill, or do you want me to take the kill?
I am useless with killing,
Boldly,
so that
you
is
assume
all
this is
you.
also-
1,
around.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I am still hidden. But I have 10 range. Is that within range? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it is. I think it's just at the edge of my range. What do you think?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't see it. Oh wait, how many hexes away is it? Draw a line. It's gonna tell you.
Trying. Yep, 10x.
10 hexes. Yep.
Alright.
With only 1 disadvantage for shooting through the undergrowth.
I'm gonna shoot my
What if he
my
shot
nexus
beyond
out.
the undergrowth?
Ah,
Be on the
Okay,
undergrowth.
so
God.
sending out my nexus drones.
Got
That is
layers.
a natural 13. You did tell me I add something though, right?
Um,
No.
It's again. I did not.
Oh no, I had accuracy last time, not this time. Okay.
Yes, not this
so
time.
It's a 13.
13 with 1 difficulty for shooting.
Oh, 1
through
difficulty.
Undergrowth against this thing's technical.
Is an 11.
11 is still going to hit its E defense. How much damage does that do?
Okay, I do 1d6 kinetic damage with my bees.
Okay.
3 kinetic damage.
It has 1 armor, so it's going to reduce that to 2. As your bees going to start cutting into it. However, Polaris, it is now your turn.
Okay.
And the shield drone has jumped back to you, by the way.
Okay. Can I use my second quick action, actually?
Oh, yes, 100%.
I am going to place one of my turret drones real quick. You know, just because I have more drones.
You might as well drone 'em.
Oh,
And my range is... Size is a half. E defense, 10 evasion. It doesn't say how far I can put it.
One second, I have this here.
Okay.
So the turret drone is
Any object-
within sensors. So you check your sensors for how many spaces you can throw it.
Okay.
Hi, bud.
Looking at my sensors now is... Where are those, actually?
It should be on your mech page.
My mech page. I do not see. Oh, sensors are 10.
Sensors
So I
are
can
10.
I can place it like right next to it then.
All right, I will say that it'll drop right there.
And this one looks like it's like a little beehive on the ground, and it's all hexagonal and layered up to the point, and it just shoots out. Oh my god, that's adorable.
It's so cute.
But and its attack is a reaction, I believe, so I cannot use it yet.
Once each deploy, if you take it once, yeah. So yeah, however, it's Polaris' turn now.
Okay, I would like to stabilize myself, please.
Okay, clear all your HP damage and heat.
I'm alive again. Well, not like I was dead. But I feel horrible that I'm so far away, so I'm gonna try and move as close as I can.
That's fair.
Run!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, hey, buddy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I will say, moving through the hardcover, you will need to make me an agility check.
Oh, okay. Let me roll a
Since
dice.
you do not have a flight package, I believe.
I got a natural 20.
Natural critical success, you Olympic level just clear right over that.
I've had Linnaeus examining the local flora and letting me know, you know, the flexibility of all of the trees around here and which ones to kind of bounce off of and avoid.
I would believe that that branch will be the strongest to grab onto. It's full of amazing, I think.
You?
Oh, very well. Then I'll log it for later.
Very good, very good. I don't think there's much that I can do in terms of on the offense.
8 hexes away from the enemy.
Indeed, yeah, I'm useless with that. But I do have a talent called Bonded, and the rank that I'm at is I'm your Huckleberry, which
Who is your ally?
Currently, it is now Progenitor.
All right, so Leon and Arly are best buddies, and
Hey,
you are
pal.
able to work well together. And gosh dang, you're her Huckleberry.
Oh.
But you read out the rest of that talent.
Sure. You choose another pilot, hopefully a PC, to be your bondmate. Any mech skill checks and saves either character makes while you are adjacent gain +1. If both characters have this talent, then it increases +2.
Very
But
nice.
yeah.
All right, so anything you do while you're next door, get a +1 accuracy. So that brings us around back to the top of the order, which means it's once again your guys' turn if you want to be.
I want to howitzer the shit out of that thing.
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
I was gonna stab it if you didn't.
Cool.
It's a race.
Keep out of the way. Let me shell it first. I'm just...
Make me a
Yeah,
howitzer check.
and like as he says this, like Ty kind of says about like yeah, and then like Blitz just like goes as high up as possible, just like bursts into the air as high as possible.
Following this shell that is now arcing back downward. I'm well within range. Now,
So that will just be one difficulty since it is still inaccurate, but you know.
right. Since I am retaliating against that which just bombarded my friends, does that take away that inaccuracy?
It does via
Specialization.
your protocol system.
Okay.
That's true.
Sounds good. And then I get 1 accuracy from Panacea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And if he hits, I get to shoot with my turret.
Hell yeah. So just to confirm then, the accuracy is it's the D20 and then the D6?
Yes. So yeah.
Okay. Total, that's a 14.
14 will be its evasion. Damage away.
Okay. Very nice.
Blam it.
Kablam.
Okay, that...
14 will also beat that hive's evasion. So.
Oh, shit. My bad. That's 3 points of damage. And I was going to barrage, which would be a second attack in there.
I will say this now.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. You were going to say something?
No, go ahead.
It is unnecessary as your shell collides,
Okay.
and it just cleanly impacts right on top of this thing, and you see it kind of just like attempts to stay on its forelegs and just collapses inward.
Definitely having a better time. I'm just gonna like open comms back to Lightning and Blitz and be like, "Oops, too slow."
Yeah,
You'll
hard
see-
to beat a shell, you think?
You'll see the hive just pew pew, just to make sure
Yeah.
it's down.
Double tap it, just to keep it down.
Let him down.
Hell yeah.
You get a
I'm
few
just gonna-
more explosions.
I'm gonna respond. Sorry, it's automatic.
Yeah, the pilot was about to like pop out the top and just gets lasered right through his core. Good job. Double tap.
Hell yeah. Hey,
But-
I don't...
Oh, go for it.
Oh no, you're good. I was just gonna say I don't know how to. I feel like it's a little bit of a divergence, but we just got a whole bunch of individual bit donations to each person, 500s and thousands and stuff. I don't know how you
Yeah,
want to handle
a whole
those.
bunch.
And there was
Okay.
a $75 donation just dropped in there, so
Yeah, all that
Psycho.
just seemed to be happening today.
it's
Sorry.
just getting slammed. So
Okay, so I will
Sorry,
say
Turk.
that's fine. I will say the 500s are usually good tables, yeah?
Yep.
Usually, right? I don't have the thing up.
So Ty and Leon,
Cool.
I will say for good tables, Ty, you'll be able to gain a structure back.
Sweet.
Leon, you can next time you lose a structure, you can automatically either have it chip your paint off or just say fuck it. Rhea and Arly, I am going to have you guys for your next, let's say two attacks.
That's just two good tables for us, right?
1,000 bits are not typically good tables, unfortunately. They are typically bad things that occur. So we will say you guys will have difficulties up until I think it's appropriate. It'll be
Okay.
about three rounds, 3 or 2 rounds. Let's say 2 rounds of difficulties as the jungle kind of like both your biometrics and your drones kind of get like very confused with what's about to happen. But you guys are free to explore this base as despite all the multiple buildings, there really only seems to be one main building, and it's that one there.
Okay.
Are we? So I guess we're going in our suits and not in our mechs.
The door appears too small to get a full mech through.
Would make sense.
cool.
All right. Like opening his cockpit, Ty will kind of begin to just hop down, and he'll just kind of say like, "Stay on watch, Blitz. Anything comes close, blow it out of the sky."
Understood.
And then he'll kind of just like hop down and like land in front of him, just go, "Back on my own feet. How we feeling, kiddos?"
You know,
The
I'm
humidity
okay.
the humidity in this jungle is really messing up my flight systems. It might be better to step out for a second, anyways.
Yeah, I'm gonna climb down and be like, I'll give you credit on the automated mech over there. It'll be nice while we're inside.
Yeah, man. Blitz is helpful for a lot of things. Brain dead in other ones, but whatever.
But I feel inclined to point out my own existence. Thank you very much. Comes in Linnaeus across comms.
Well, wasn't discounting you. I just It's a new mech, and he's a defense, more defense capable. You
I
both have
will,
your
I will,
strengths.
I will catalog it.
And then
Very
you
good
just
at
hear
that.
the same bzzz, not an HP.
I just comes in just frankly, posh guy. I appreciate you.
Thank you. I am Linnaeus, by the way. We have not been properly introduced.
Yeah, I don't really do names like that. We'll stick with
Yes.
posh guy. Just Ty works.
All right, very well, Master Ty. I will be Linnaeus. I have cataloged several fauna, if you're interested, and flora as well. Mostly flora. I lied about the fauna.
Don't
Gotta
take it
say-
personally. He calls me uptight, so.
Gotta say, out of all you guys, like the eye of the best so far.
I mean,
I don't know how to feel about that, but I'll
Yeah,
take it as it is.
Who
Let's
doesn't
go.
love a good NHP? But yeah, you guys are able to get to the door. I'll hop in out your mechs if you like. Let's say you want to stay.
Yeah, I'll hop out.
I think I'll just tell Linnaeus to, keep eyes, scan the area, maybe check for weather patterns that we aren't familiar with.
Yeah,
Very
can
well.
I also send my recon drone just in the other direction, or just out around?
You can have a recon drone out, certainly. I will say that because you have an NHP Polaris, rather, the Polaris mech will fully maintain its autonomy, and you'll be able to, attack any as necessary beyond
Mine-
simple controls.
Mine
Very
is
good.
all manual, is it not?
Yes. So you did not take the Technophile talent or take on a CompCon. So.
Doesn't bother me. I think
Old
Leon's
school.
proud of that. Yeah, he's like, no. I still drive a stick, kind of thing.
Oh, it's 100% stick.
Hey, I didn't exactly choose this. I kind of found Blitz.
Well, paralegalities aside, you are able to open the door, and I need something. I don't have a scary music, but immediately upon opening it, you see the walls are kind of plastered with a strange red kind of pulsing musculature.
Oh,
Not
that's
fully
gross.
covering the ground, but yeah, it's definitely gross.
Nice.
Nasty.
A lot of blood. Looks like someone's skeleton was reaching for the door, and its hand kind of falls as they open.
Yeah.
Not to be that person, but I'm gonna use my flight suit and not touch the walls or ground.
Fair.
Ty will kind of dip down and kind of maybe even swipe at a bit of the muck and just go, I think we found our bioweapon.
Very likely.
You touch the material.
Just kind of swiping at it a little bit. I do have gloves on because I have
You
my
do-
stealth
you-
suit on still.
You do have gloves on. This thing doesn't come away off the ground easy. It seems to be kind of wanting to stay together with the mass.
Oh
Ew.
boy.
So, you do feel a kind of extension and a tug on your suit, and you both see that a bit of your finger is now exposed.
Huh.
Ew.
Well,
Oh, so I had the right idea. So I just.
Hey,
yeah, I'm getting the feeling that something around here is a little bit weirder than we thought it was gonna be. And if anyone around here is still alive, they probably have some answers.
Rhea, if you have a light, do you mind just heading down the tunnel a little ways?
You're
see if
smoking,
there's
or
anything else?
oh, yes.
You're
No.
smoking right now?
Flashlight. I'm not lighting up in here. I don't know what the air is like.
Do I need to have a special thing for a light, or is that just assumed in my suit?
It can kind of be assumed. I mean, there aren't really
light drone.
lights around. Again, this is the RP part of Lancer is very loosey-goosey. You want to
Okay.
have a light on your suit? 100% have a light on your
I
suit.
have an upgraded flex suit that's also a mobility suit. I'm sure I have a light somewhere.
Yeah.
I have dark vision. I'm a bug,
Yeah, it just works. Everything works out.
Yeah, mobility suits are, you could probably use it in the depth of space. So, yeah.
Yeah, totally. And wait, actually, can I just send my recon drone down here instead of
Sure.
outside? Because it's pretty
100%.
small.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'll send it down the our way first, checking before we go down.
So you kind of through and kind of sweeping left and right. You see it's much the same. Kind of the walls are caked in it. Doors on the side seem to be completely sealed off with this mass. Some of them are open, and the entire room is just covered with red pulsing material almost, and as it kind of finishes its scan there, a part of the wall, kind of like an eye opens from the mass itself and stares at it before quickly like dispersing back into the absolute core.
That was Sakura.
However, at the end of the hallway, you do see kind of like an overlooking chamber surrounded by glass where a single figure is standing kind of calmly, hitting a few buttons on their wrist and then onto a computer before putting both hands behind their back and kind of observing as the red carnage around them kind of continues to pulse organically.
What do you see, Rhea? Anything good?
Everything is definitely alive. It's pulsing with a very organic nature, and an eye opened up in the middle of the fleshy bits.
Oh, no.
It went away though. Didn't do anything harmful, but I do see someone on a tablet further in.
Fantastic. Someone
other than
not
that,
gross and monstrous.
Yeah. Other than that, all of the hallways and bits look fairly similar now that they're all covered in flesh.
All right. How about this? Send your drone back down to the chambers if it can follow where it went to bring to that guy, and I'll follow it. Don't worry, I can keep a low profile. And as he says the last few words, you just notice Ty literally just disappears.
The drone can't get that close because it's not the stealthiest.
Well, no, I just wanted to show me like what corridors it went down to get.
Okay. Oh, yes.
It's
perfectly fine.
You can say your drone. It's literally a straight line.
Okay. Cool. Well, as long as I like know where I'm going, I just want like Ty wants to go to where that person who's watching all this nonsense is.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Ty,
Got it.
remember how your end goal was just, here, let's blow the shit out of all of this? I'm starting to think that might not be a terrible idea.
You know, Uptight, you might not be so bad.
I mean, I have
Tell you
artillery
what.
on my back, so I just hope not.
Let's hold off on the big guns for now. I'm gonna creep up on this guy in here and see if we can find anything out from him. And worst case scenario, I'll put my sword through his back. And failing that, we'll blow the hell out of this place.
Fair enough. Return quick. I'm gonna
You
go
got
get a
it.
snack.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to try something very quickly.
100%.
Arly would have a small portable research kit with her,
Mm-hmm.
and would, pay attention to everyone in how they've interacted with this odd organic material. But she would pull out this kit and kind of set it down and kind of let it do its thing. I have a trigger called Scrutinize a Sample that I would like to use.
I'm glad you do. Please roll me a d20 to analyze.
Okay. That is a 14.
14. Okay, so the system kind of is able to laser, as it continues to kind of struggle to collect the sample, it puts laser through and you're able to collect it, taking it to its core. You see the feedback. Appears to be some kind of bioconglomerate material. A primary purpose by its cellular structure is to add on other bits of biomass to its core, assimilate its systems, and grow. Officially, this thing is immediately pinging as a bioweapon against the array of various
Rest in peace, Dirk.
Oh no, it's okay.
Oh no.
Hang tight.
Wait, this face is great though. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Wait, very quickly come
Oh,
back.
no.
Hang on.
Our comms
no.
have lost. We've
backing,
lost our comms.
like research
He's back.
hasn't done. Oh no.
There you are.
Okay, I'm back.
There you are.
Okay, sorry.
Back.
It's
We're
windy
good.
outside, so my internet's going. Anyway,
Okay.
so where did I leave off?
That it's very clearly a bioweapon.
It's
Yeah,
very
there.
clearly a bioweapon. General interpretation of this is you would take this, drop it on a city, let it start spreading, and it will eat everything up.
Okay.
This is just the 1980s movie, The Blob.
It's the Blob, but
or it's Akira.
But also the
or Akira,
Yeah, fair enough.
Kira for
or
sure.
Boar. There's a whole lot of media that could be
This is
interpreted into this.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Just looking over Panacea's shoulder, I'm like, I guess this isn't technically far off from what I control, but it is much more unnerving.
It's far more uncontrolled as well. Hang on, and she'll pick up the little research kit and press a button on the side that will very quickly burn whatever it is collected in the event that it is an unsafe sample.
Yeah, and 100%. You can swear you can hear a small squeal as this thing goes.
No.
But Ty, you're heading in.
Yeah, Ty will tap back into his comms. You can kind of hear like him kind of like hopping on like different, trying to avoid touching the ground, obviously. Just like, so what's the word, guys? Do I not touch this shit or what?
Absolutely
Yeah, don't
not.
touch the shit. You already lost almost your finger.
Hey, was just wondering. Could have been a fluke. Anyway, I'm closing in on this guy. Creepy looking dude up here.
You do see a very creepy looking dude as he kind of continues to.
Yeah, this guy seems like he has no idea I'm coming.
That's a villain. That's a villain. He's humming in the middle of meat.
Oh yeah, humming in the middle of all this shit? Oh, no question.
He puts a button in, and you just see more. You can see out the glass as more meat is seemingly dumped onto some unknown entity of darkness.
Yeah, no matter who this guy is, he definitely knows something. I'm gonna go ask him a question or two.
Please beware of assimilation. We want to keep you whole as you are.
I'll do my best. And Ty's goal is to, wherever like observation box this guy is in, I want to get right up behind him before
You are very much behind him, and shockingly enough, he puts in a mark to his ear. Assimilation is of course the goal.
All right, I guess recognizing his cover's probably blown.
And he's gonna turn and you're gonna see this fellow. For the record, if any of you are here, I am Dr. Alvin Valek, head of Muto. I assume one of you is very close. And he kind of turns around the room. I would encourage you to stay and watch the birth of a new god. And his eyes are very wide and like clearly scanning around the room, and kind of he's lost it.
All right, enough of this fuck show. Ty is gonna break his invisibility, so he'll kind of like materialize back in. He will have his personal weapon, his sort of like long odachi, drawn with the blade kind of point like up against this person's neck and just go, "Stupid name, mine's Ty. Let's talk."
I'd be very happy to talk.
Hey, don't talk. Kill him. Let's go. Burn
What
this
do you
place.
want? Please, come witness the start of something beautiful.
Don't witness anything. Get out of there.
The
Kill him.
ultimate life form.
Oh god, it's Shadow the Hedgehog. No!
I look to the group. I'm like, why did we let him go in alone? And I just like start fluttering down the hallway slowly.
It's
so Ty will kind of like press the sword a bit closer and just go, "Yeah, you're talking a bit too much for someone with a sword to get to your neck. Please be quiet."
Oh, I will never be quiet. We are in the presence of Deus, the new god of this system.
I dealt with gods enough on my home planet, so I'm gonna ask you one more time: get quiet or get your throat opened up.
He kind of leans against it, the blood beginning to prick. You can kill me, but I will be incorporated into its most beautiful magnificence.
Ty just opens his comm. Yeah, this guy's lost his shit. What do I do about this?
Yeah, kill him. Let's go.
We cool with that call? He
We're gonna howitz this shit.
And
Let's
as
go.
you do that, he leans back, hits a button, and you just hear a specimen is being released. All personnel. And you feel a literal, as you see the rest of just a fucking outpouring of just meat drops into the darkness, and you can see kind of behind it, it's just an endless pit as the entire ground begins to rumble and more red tendrils kind of begin to, like venom symbiote, kind of attach their way out of the pit, and you can kind of see them beginning to reach out and grab
Rhea, you're
onto each
flying.
other.
Get him out of there now.
Yeah, you know what? Seen enough. And like Ty will just like at this point just push the sword on in and just take the nice quick slit to this guy's throat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Can I like fly in and steal his tablet?
Sure.
Oh yeah, Ty will like literally pick it up and like toss it to you as you fly in. Just like toss it to you, like reach your hand out, just like please get me the hell out of this place.
Yeah.
I'm on my way back to the mech. Arly, getting yours. Let's go.
Boot up. Places to be.
Understood.
And yeah, the rest of you are, I assume, getting into your mechs.
Yeah,
and
I'll
heading
drag
to
him
the
out
boat.
if I can.
Time to go.
Yep, you're able to quickly fly out. I mean, it's kind of tricky. Thankfully, it's not too much on the floor, but you feel the entire ground shaking under you as you're you're able to get back to your mechs and back to the boat, I would assume, as
We're going back to the boat?
I don't know. That's your way out. I would hope
yes,
so.
but I'm shelling the fuck out of this facility area first.
Oh,
yeah, I want this thing going to shit first.
Yeah,
Howitzer,
I'm not leaving without it going down.
Howitzer, yeah, 100%. Oh, so here's the thing. As you get out, you can see cracks start forming that are about as wide as the entire airfield itself.
Yeah, no.
You're free to blow up the facility, but fair enough by like general eyeballing of this, it's not going to stop what's happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ty would probably be. Ty and Blitz would immediately like take to the air upon like returning to their mech. So like I would probably notice all the cracks coming out of the airfield and just go, "Hey, Uptight, new plan. I don't think blowing that building's up gonna take this thing out.
Yeah, right ahead of you.
Let's move."
Same thoughts. So I'm gonna use my jump jets to see if I can avoid the cracks as I'm kind of bouncing through the field.
The earth fractures and the hard cover is kind of slowly begun dissolving. You can begin making your way back to the boat, and Liz is gonna be sitting there. What the fuck did you guys do?
Liz, we gotta go.
I get it. We're going to go, and you begin, and she'll just kind of turn the boat hard as the repulsors kind of flip and start clearing down the water very quickly. And as you leave, you will see kind of the crest of that very large red form come up very slightly and then slump back away.
No.
And you'll hear on your comms, pilots, this is Captain Inahara. We got some crazy seismic readings coming out there, and something's. Oh God.
Yeah, we don't have an orbital
we know.
cannon, do we?
We're a medical ship. We don't have that cleared out, and Albatross is going to take at least a few hours to get here. They have a setup. They have a place here. They have some evac ships already going, but the people here we're getting on board. What is that, an earthquake? But I think I know where you are. We got a biometric scan, and
yeah, you were looking for a bioweapon. You found one. Could you at least drop some repair crates or any kind of supplies that we might need down into the field? I don't think we're getting out of this without a little bit of a fight if we've got evacuation going.
We'll get something up in the air for you guys to fix up, maybe retrofit very quickly, but it won't be long. That thing's on a path to the city.
Let's kind of like stop flying and like turn around, sort of facing the thing, and just go. If I just headed for the town and they're trying to evac, we have to buy time, no matter what.
With the tablet, can I start like seeing if I can get any information out of it, or just anything helpful about this creature that's been created?
100%. Make me a systems check to go through this guy's notes as they kind of descend into absolute gobbledygook.
Okay, so my bonus I think is just 1.
Just a +1 to systems.
So that's 16 plus 1 is 17, and I'm gonna add my +2 for 19.
So 19. Yeah, you are able to see that this thing is indeed a full bioweapon that is going to compose itself into a warrior or a large structural unit that is designed to just ruin and assimilate through that ruin and destroy life.
Is there any listed weaknesses or anything? Just like helpful tips?
It is helpful tips. Yeah, of course. Back in 1920, my father.
In the like extra note section, it says like in case you ever want to fight it.
It's a bioweapon. It's just designed to not have weaknesses. However, it is susceptible to conventional fire. It is noted. So it's noted that at the moment it would require a armored unit to assist in the creation or as a potential cleanup to end resistance on a planet. Throw it into a war-torn area, it will begin assimilating all the dead, all the structures, all the biomass just sitting around, and pop off any resistance you want.
So that would mean we gotta stop this thing now before it gets any worse.
Yeah. Reminder, it absorbs. It's going to get bigger as I'm just like scanning through.
All right, I'm gonna draw its fire for a bit, see if I can harass it for a little while. If anything has anything bigger than a pistol, I start shooting at it with it.
So you can't actually see anything. It's ducked into this larger river, and you are getting readings like Captain Benny is not going to go anywhere near that with her ship. He's going to get back to the boat, get back to the city, and I think that's where we should take a quick second break.
Okay.
Second break.
Good. Second
And
break.
we'll come back to some different sounds as
Yeah,
you.
this will be a very brief break, and we will return here in just
Yes,
a moment.
very quick.
We getting anime.
Welcome back, everybody. Final break. Final horrible fight of a massive, terrible meat while we are in mech suits, and
Mech versus meat.
we made it back to town. Turk, tell us what
Yes,
we're
you
looking
did.
at.
The city is in absolute panic. The fishing boats are all pulled into dock. People are running to ships. You can see in the distance, at the size of it, the 21st Savage is just taking on all possible passengers, and of course, Captain Inahara will be happy to let you all know. The cleanup mechs are being used as a way to kind of shuffle people along very quickly. There's general panic. The disturbances in the city have caused a few buildings to go kind of astray, but you see some support structure mechs literally will have moved up and locked in to keep most buildings from completely collapsing.
Good.
However, you guys make it to the city's kind of center there, kind of like a central park, if you will. It's not much. It's just more jungle, but they decided to not completely cut it.
Right.
And you will kind of see the water before you begin to pulse, and the ground is absolutely shaking around you. As the first thing you see is a red tentacle just shoot out of the water. An eye kind of forms out of the biomass on its hands. On the water. Oh, you'll see in a second. As
Okay,
the
we're not
rest
there
of the
yet, I see.
structure enters. And you see this thing
Oh, hi, bud.
pull up, and a fully formed human-boned meat foot steps
Oh.
down and up, and then I'm gonna hit this button to make it better, as it kind of rises out and just lets out this guttural, disgusting, like
No, guys.
loud.
You know, I was joking about kaiju hunting, but since we're here,
And now this is Attack on Titan.
However, we did have a $75 donation, so we'll continue hearing. Oh wait, first off, I need to show you this.
Oh,
because
fuck.
I wouldn't talk about it.
I think it's what I think it is.
So this is Deus. Thank you for the retrograde minis. This is the Living Shell of Envy the Dead. Though you will hear a from behind you as a large figure will begin clearing as I take this to the correct layer, and a giant gorilla-looking figure will
What the hell do you know?
cleanly
They
cut
weren't
through.
lying.
It was King Kong.
Will look
I
and
knew it!
kind of
I knew it!
stand on its two hind legs and land down
I was
and look at this.
completely joking when I said that. I thought it was King Kong.
And they lock eyes. And this is where I asked for who wants to go first. You tiny, tiny mech people.
I mean, I wouldn't mind going first. I can set up some
not,
armaments.
Not in going first, but Blitz would just kind of like turn to face the team and just say, "Call me crazy, but I think the hairy one's on our side."
Yeah, checks out.
Is that
Yeah,
legends say protector? Yeah.
Well, let's see how much it earns that title.
Yep. We're focusing on the other guy then, till proven otherwise.
So 1,
Sounds
2,
good.
3, 4, 5, 6. And then let me measure. 8.5 hexes. Okay. I am going to take my first action, my first quick action,
Yeah, perfect.
to set up a turret drone.
Relax. Oh my god.
I'm going to set up a turret drone right here. Oh, I'm on the wrong button. Select and move right here.
Sorry.
And-
Ping me again where it is.
Right here.
It's so good. I'm sorry.
And then I'm gonna shoot it. I don't know how far I can move. I'm gonna shoot my Nexus drones at it with one of my actions. Or my other
Oh.
quick action.
Okay, make an attack against this thing's E defense.
It was a
with a
natural-
difficulty. Natural one. Unfortunately, there is no. Fortunately, actually, rather, there is no natural one. However, you see the drones fly at it and kind of get very confused. They don't know where this thing starts and ends as it kind of collides, as it like grabs onto this building, and you can see the tendrils begin reaching into it, and it's just kind of a moving biomass. And so, they don't know. Is that your turn? Yeah, good. You see this thing lock eyes, and it's going to move up pretty close to there. As a giant central eye, you see this entire thing forms. You see it begin to light up, and I'm gonna draw a line.
God damn it!
Everybody duck!
I'll try and get you all in. It's visual targets. It will literally just crash through. So whatever this thing moves through, I will mark. But anyone on that line, if you're like left or right of it by one space, you're still. I'm gonna need you to make me a agility check.
I'm good at those.
Love that.
So that includes.
Good is only a +1.
The DC is going to be 10.
Cool. I have a
Oh wait, but I have
-2.
2 points in evasion or agility. I have 2 points in agility.
Natural 20.
Critical success. That's
Thanks.
great.
Proper. I got a
16.
4.
16
4.
plus my. So wait, I have 2 points in agility. Is that a +1 or a +2?
6. Oh wait, so 2 points in agility is +2.
Okay, so then I have a 18.
18. Okay, so if you got above a 10, that's a success. So you're only dropped down to 1 HP.
Oh, okay.
As the eye focuses, it initially just shoots a small beam, and it just opens its iris as its entire body kind of pulses around it and just shoots a straight laser through you and the protector. So if you did not succeed, you will take 1 structural damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my scratch the paint then.
All right, roll me a d6. Oh, you have your good table, so you can
You
just
have my
call
good
this
table.
one off. So this one just cuts your paint as you're able to roll out of the way and avoid taking that structural damage. And
I'm just
you're-
gonna say overcom,
you're
split up, as we learn what it can do.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let me make sure. Yeah, 30. Yeah, I can do 30.
Now-
Also, to be clear, sorry, let me draw in some things to show some devastation. But yeah, ask some questions.
Oh, I was just gonna say, for the sake of that, does that good table just mean that I didn't have to roll for that use, or was
You
that
did
its
not have to
own
roll for that use. You're good.
No, well, I mean, like, is that used now in the traditional sense?
No, you're still clear to use that again.
Okay, got it.
So these buildings are absolutely gone. This building's gone. These beyond here are just gone, and there's a steaming line where this thing lasered through.
Lovely.
But it is now your guys' turn again.
Don't mind if I take this?
Go for it. I'll follow you up.
Just recognizing that we need to get the hell out of this thing line of sight. Following up on the Vespa comp, we'll just say, it's fighting the protector. Get out of its line of sight. And so just like again taking this guy as high as possible and just kind of boost off to the side here to not be in the way of this thing.
You do have to go up to get over those buildings.
Yeah, I'm just up. Yeah, I'm like up. I'm over top of them. I'm actually gonna sort of go this way, actually, kind of like right here-ish, so I can get close enough to pistols on it. And I'm just gonna kind of like just aim with both like submachine pistols and just open up on it with both of them.
Go for it.
Let's do that. I'm gonna roll these hits. I got a 15 and a 10.
15 and a 10 will both hit. So do me some damage.
My pistols both only do 1d3 damage, so I'm just gonna roll half these d6s. That is a 3 and a 1, so 4.
3 and a 1. It's going.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No. So it has 1 armor, so it's going to take only 2 damage as it completely negate as your first shots kind of ripple into the biomass and don't seem to make any penetration. The second ones do though.
Does armor ignore reliable, or is that a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Got it. Just wondering.
Reaction.
Armor piercing ignores reliable.
Reaction. My hive sentry is going to send a 3 reliable damage at it.
Perfect. Is that just like screw you, no need to attack, or?
I believe so. It says the turret drone deals 3 kinetic damage to the target as long as there's line of sight.
Within 10, you're making yeah. Motherfucking yeah, it will. As you it launches some lasers into this thing and it cuts into its feet.
I believe it takes my reaction though, so I can only do it once per round.
Yes,
right?
exactly right. So
Okay.
it takes 2 more damage with that 1 armor taking care of it. But for another NPC's turn, the protector's gonna go. So that fella can move pretty far. Can move 6 here, right along the line. Let me just make sure he does this correctly. Yeah, he'll be fine. And we'll blitz for another 6. That should be...
Oh, I was scared. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, oh no, what did I do?
Yeah, he's gonna get here on his turn for 6 hexes away. However, you will see that the damage that's taken will be his wound, like laser right through its chest, will begin to close with some kind of just natural foresty growth.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes, it has a regenerator trait.
Hey, here's a really crazy idea. Can we not let the big thing absorb the other big fucking thing?
Yeah, something tells me that's not exactly in the game plan if we can think about it.
The last thing we want.
Do we know how to stop that?
No!
I'm just putting it out there. I don't know what. Ah, fuck.
I got a plan. We keep shooting it.
Heat damage may stop the healing.
Possibly.
To be clear, the Deus has not healed.
Well, yes,
Oh yeah,
but
no, the big
heat damage may.
The protector did.
Halt.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
heat
fair.
damage. Heat damage may halt the growth. It was a more specific.
Now, when you say heat
response.
damage, do you mean tech damage, like heat, like overheating it? Because it does not appear to have any mechanical components and thus cannot overheat.
No,
I am mentioning the fire damage, which I read about in the file.
energy damage.
That's fair.
Is fire energy?
Energy, yeah. Fire flames.
Because the heat pistols do do energy damage,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. Well, you can also do direct heat as well to a mech, but however, this does not have a heat gauge because it is a biological enemy.
Lame.
Alright.
You get lasered next.
I already got lasered.
You're gonna get lasered again.
And that's
Anyway,
why I moved away.
Whose turn is it? Because it is either Polaris or Progenitor.
I was gonna go on that one. So I have the, I guess, jump systems, which let me avoid, avoid needing to deal with this city. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pretty like jump up and get onto a city.
Oop, that's not the right button. Here, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna move 5, 10, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm gonna boost, and we're gonna go. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go over this dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that is a jump and a boost. Or a move and then a boost. And then I would like to use my use ram, which will be a melee attack with my hammer, but I have the Juggernaut talent.
Yes, so you can ram and it could send it back.
Couple spots, but it also gives me an accuracy for it is more what I was looking for.
Yeah.
So
make
Using my
a
free action, I'm gonna deploy my Buzzy drone to shield him, knowing that he's going to make contact.
fair point.
good call. Thank you.
So
All right.
that's conflicting hull checks, I believe, or yeah, I believe it's conflicting hull
Oop.
checks.
That was
So you
in the
add your
box.
hull.
Hey, so total, that was 21.
Ooh, it got a 17. You do knock this. However, it does have a. Oh, well, see, that's fair. 1 second.
Should I roll damage?
You're hitting with the hammer?
Yeah.
Oh, to hitting with the hammer. Yeah, you hit that thing.
Oh yeah, no, I'm using that rant like I'm like
Yeah.
full on Reinhardt into that bitch.
Mhm. Yeah, shoulder hammer.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, let me get my gold dice out. Okay, that is 7 points of damage.
Woof.
Damn, son.
Dang, you cleave out a good portion of this thing's shoulder, and you see a lot of this biomass just slump to the ground as more begins to kind of slowly squirm its way out to reform an arm. So you might have thought this thing was done. You would be incorrect, as it has the shock and awe trait.
Lovely. We're gonna keep tenderizing the bitch until he's gone.
I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if I get that. Oh gosh, do I have any plus twos? I don't. I have a disadvantage. I have one disadvantage. Okay, no laser breath this turn. However,
Sorry, I
the
heard
claws
instinctive scream.
are going to reach out and try and touch you, progenitor. It's gonna be a 19 against your
With 2 disadvantage.
with 2 disadvantage. That's right. That's only a 10 against your evasion.
My evasion is an 8.
You will get hit for 6 kinetic as the claws begin to stream out and just sliced
Can
right
I use
into
a
your
reaction against that?
to brace 100%.
Oh no, not to brace. I want to use my reaction to skirmish for
Oh, Vanguard.
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Which lets me skirmish a target within threat of a weapon.
DM, did you use
That is the
your
same
disadvantage
threat.
from chat there too?
Oh, I see.
And he's
That's
within
fair.
threat
Not
range
saying
of
you
me.
have to. You're in charge here. I'm just,
I'll use them the next one.
playing devil's
Also,
advocate.
and this is totally a thing. Can reaction stack? Like, can multiple people react on a thing?
Yes, you can.
Because I also would like to Overwatch. If I could.
Sure. Use your actions.
We're
Use
both
them all now.
in that threat range.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and threat range for my pistols is in range for this. I'm gonna shoot at it with a pistol as well. Here comes a hit. I got a 12.
12 will beat its evasion.
Cool. Here comes the damage.
I'm thinking a 5 does not.
I got 3 for damage.
3 more damage coming its way. 5 does not make its evasion, but however, I believe pistol is reliable 1.
I
However,
was
it
swinging out with a hammer, so.
then yeah, no, unfortunately not. And it has 1 armor, so I'll take that down to 2 damage. So it is its turn still, and it's going to rampage.
Oh, that doesn't sound fun. What is that?
It
It's
means
that old arcade game, remember?
Oh,
yeah.
I-
Remember how that worked? About 6 hexes this way.
I don't want it.
Oh no.
Oh boy, hi.
I need everyone in this line to make me an agility check.
Was I a side it at that point?
20!
You are a side. You're part of this fun.
Oh, I'm part of this. All right. Okay.
Sorry, what'd you roll?
Big crit, son.
I rolled at
Okay.
11.
11. Good.
16.
16. All right. Those will all succeed. So you only take 2 kinetic damage. I need to roll for Protector. That's right. He did not roll so well, so he's going to take 4. And you're going to see as this creature kind of begins flailing and spinning in a giant mass as each end of it hardens into a claw. He will go down on a knee, which means I need to roll I need to mark off one of his structures.
Oh boy.
Not good. You're on the countdown timer here, and I rolled a 1. So we'll see what this happens. It's a 4. So he is just stunned. as I will mark on his sheet. As this thing collides with its head, it's going to fall back into the building. It's kind of was standing carefully over, and not be able to move.
All right, we are running out of time, people.
This is a sprint, folks. Deal some damage. As much as you can.
You're up.
Hi, that's me. I am going to move. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Over here, I'm gonna use a quick action to boost. And move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hell yeah! Now, Progenitor now has the +1 to skill checks.
Do you have a jump check? Well, I could.
What's that?
Those are buildings. He jumped onto a building.
Oh, dang it. I do have a system called Initiative that allows me to gain a quick action as a free action.
Foxy, yes.
Could I rule of cool a little bit to help her out? So Blitz is in the air and in the path that Polaris was taking. Could Polaris jump up to Blitz, who would then like help with like a slingshot maneuver to get them up on top of the building?
Take 3 heat for doing that if you want to.
Okay.
As you throw your thrusters into extra overdrive.
Yeah, just boost up a little bit to be like, I got you. Yeah.
I like the immediate "you got it, boss," and just does it.
I'll take heat damage for my friends. I don't care.
What does heat do?
Friendship.
Heat? I'm already hot.
How much heat do you have?
Left?
Yeah. 2. You're in the danger zone.
Oh, that's I'm fine with that. Oh, sorry, no, I have 3 left. My bad.
3 left. Oh, you're still in the danger zone. You're
Yeah,
halfway
that's fine.
there.
I'll take being in the danger zone.
Okay. So players, what are you doing? You're giving Huckleberry?
Yeah, using that Huckleberry thing so that the both of us gain a +1 on skill checks and saves, so long as we are adjacent to one another. Sorry, I don't mean to be clingy.
Nope, you're fine. I'm gonna use it to shell here in a second.
Okay.
I just need to take a sec.
Let me try and help. Can I try and build my deployable cover again?
100%. You want to put that in front of the both of you and on this like rooftop here?
Yes, please.
Very well. I'll do that in blue.
I'm really hoping this helps.
As the blocks form between the two of you and this thing, giving you a bit of cover. However, because it's facing more than 5 opponents, the shock and awe trait continues to affect.
Great.
Which, hey, Vespa, you're right underneath this thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a mouth open between its legs.
Oh no!
That is going to be a 13 to your agility.
I believe that hits.
Sit
A-
on you.
Acid
No,
spittle
stop, no!
will rain out
Oh,
onto
that's
you,
worse.
Okay.
and so you'll take
All of
3
this is
energy
bad.
damage, and you'll also be considered shredded for the next turn. So if you
What
had
does
any-
shredded do?
If you had any armor, it wouldn't matter,
Okay.
as this thing literally is melting away on you. And then,
This
hey,
is fine.
Blitz, you're here.
buddy?
That is going to be a 13 to your agility.
Which is more than my.
Oh no, it's teeth.
It's literally the claws around this going clutch onto you. But that is going to be 6 kinetic damage.
Alright, I will take a structure.
Okay. Shit. So roll me a d6 for structure damage.
That is a 1.
Roll another d6 as you take a direct hit.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh
2.
heck.
You roll a hull check.
What's that? 20?
A d20, and you're gonna want to pass this one.
Oh no.
Is a 20 a pass, Turk?
A 20 is a pass. You are only stunned into the next round. The other option was death.
Okay, fantastic.
Oh god.
Well, that
Okay.
could have been worse.
So for your next turn, so when next time you take a turn, you'll just do nothing for your turn.
Oh, well, that sucks.
It does, but it is it is once again your guys' turn.
So I went first, so I think it's my turn. I'll take this one.
Okay.
And I want to move. Are there opportunity attacks on this just before I do anything?
Top of the order, this guy.
You're good.
Sure.
Yes. Sorry.
There you are.
Are there opportunity attacks?
Yes, there are opportunity attacks. Yes, there
So,
are.
as someone
very
right
tense
below
moment,
it,
sure.
I may not want to move, is what you're saying?
Men in Black.
As someone
go
right below
inside
it,
of
you
Oh my god, that's a great idea.
go for it if you want. Shoot all your drones up inside this thing.
Yeah. Do I have advantages
That's
from
not a
like
bad idea.
basically shooting very close?
No, technically you don't. But if you fly into it, we might give you some more structure damage. Although this is kind of just a inside is outside thing. There's a giant mouth just sitting there.
Yeah. I'm gonna hyperspec fuel injector for
Yep.
+1 on all attacks.
And shaves and checks as you
Yeah,
put,
and
as you
I'm
put your
going
DMS
to-
Everest into full power. Yeah.
I'm just gonna use my double attack action with my severe action because I have some decent bonuses to my Nexus attacks if I hit. So, natural 20, which is what I was going for.
Oh my god.
This was
Yeah.
the exact reason I attacked twice. So I deal 1d6 kinetic damage. Does that change for a natural 20 or no?
You roll that damage twice.
Okay, so 3 plus 2 is 5 kinetic damage.
So it will reduce that to 4.
And
To
just so-
4 damage. And
Just so you know, when I perform a critical hit with a Nexus, my target must pass a system save or become impaired and slowed until the end of their next turn.
Okay. It is a 16. I, of course, rolled an 18 on that.
I don't know what that's rolling against, but it
Your
probably
save
passes.
target is usually 10.
Yeah,
Without
so
something.
it's fine. And I'll take my second attack then,
All right.
which is not great. It is a 6.
6 to hit against his E defense will not hit.
Okay.
As
And I
the
can
again,
boost as a free action.
you can boost. You will take 1 heat. You can move as a free action.
Yeah.
Boost is a quick action, unless you have a talent.
No, the hyperspec gives me boost as a free
That's right. It does give you. Yes, you can
So
boost
can
as
I
a free
get
action.
the hell out of dodge?
You can.
So is that basically a dash action?
Boost isn't a disengage. It is a dash, and you can also move as part of your turn. You haven't moved yet.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It will claw you.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I'm gonna take the claw and move this far back.
Okay, that is going to be a 21.
Oh, 21 will hit.
And because of the Lancer rules, I know I said rolling a 20 does it, but any result over 20 is technically a critical.
Oh, nice.
So that is going to be 10.
Does that mean my natural 20 was a double critical? No, I'm kidding.
Not a double crit.
10
but
damage.
10 structure damage, as this is a
Okay.
deadly foe.
So I was at 5 when I took 10.
You're reduced to 0, and you will roll a structural damage.
Okay, so structural damage is a
JK.
d6.
1d6, yes.
Yes.
What's up?
No, I do. So you said anything over a 20 is a crit.
Have you done more damage than you thought?
Yes, I rolled a 21 on that big hammer
Oh.
strike at the beginning.
Roll another damage, and we'll see.
Okay. That is 7 points of damage. Because that's
Okay.
2d6 per hammer swing, so.
That's true. So I'm gonna have this thing roll a 3 and a 3 for some system trauma.
So
Oh,
my
wait.
question is, how do you roll
Rather
above a
powerful.
20? Because I don't think I have any bonuses to my attacks.
Some of them will give you +1s, or
Okay.
with other mechs, with accuracies and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this thing will the connect if you're hit. It's been on wobbly legs as it rampaged through, and so we'll say as it finishes its rampage and gets knocked down again, it is now knocked prone.
So I rolled a
okay.
1 on my d6.
Roll another d6, please.
6.
Okay. So your mech is stunned as you take a direct hit from this right across the back. and you kind of stutter, and you'll stop right there, basically, with your initial impulse to move, kind of grounding you into the trees. But for your next turn, you'll also be doing nothing other than repairing and clearing all your HP
Okay.
damage. So it is going to be the Protector's turn if you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, no, that's good.
All right.
That was a lot.
Protector is stunned, but it did use its second turn at the end of the round to get back up. So you're going to see this thing rise back up, kind of just lock on to this thing, and it's going to make contesting hull checks. An 18 versus a 13 will certainly do it. And it's going to grab this thing, and they're now grappled. It's going to begin pushing it back, really back only to throw a fist into this thing. And 11 will just hit it for another 6 damage. This thing is still prone, leaving it pleasantly. Let me see if I can. Oh, I don't want to take all that.
Oh, there's no advantage to hit or anything if it's prone, is there?
There is now.
Because my first attack hit it prone, then I had a second attack.
Yes, but you rolled a 4, right?
Well, because it wasn't with him. I don't remember what I rolled. Yeah, I think I rolled a 6.
I'm sure you can go back.
No, I was just asking for clarity. I'm not going to ask you to redo it.
I'm pretty sure you would have had although at the same time you also were directly under it. I think occupying space would have canceled that out.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, they moved this over here. So it is your guys' turn.
Question.
Yes.
Is there any way that I could ask you kind of how this thing is looking in relation to something very stupid I might try to do?
Sure. You can tell that this thing has kind of taken a beating from you guys, 100%. It took a structure damage out of the game, so it's definitely feeling that. It's looking less put together, and that last hit certainly seems to, as you see, some of the laser beams have been poking out of it in a laser light show from its, crotch region.
Nice.
It seems like it's taken a good hit towards its second, on its way to more damage, more permanent damage.
So, my thought, because this is the same reason that I have a new mech for this mission.
Wait.
I would like to.
You guys can get 100% out of character, plan this.
No, I had an idea, and it's admittedly a little rule of Cooley. So Turk, please feel free to shut me down.
You are stunned for this next.
I know, and that's why it's really rule of Cooley. But I'm only asking because we're going as hard on the anime as possible. Since I technically have a system that is literally just effectively Blitz going Super Saiyan. Could I activate it?
I would say you can activate it on your turn because it's a protocol.
Yeah.
But it's super. You're using your hyper.
I just want to go fast. Well, not my protocol. I meant my I wanted to kind of sort of in a relatively RP-ish thing, activate my super cool special system I have in Blitz
to move. Your whole mech is stunned, unfortunately.
Fair enough. Okay, that's fine. I'll wait till one turn. This time I actually have a turn. Then go for it. Do you think?
All right, cool. I would like to, in theory, get real close to... Actually, I would have the distance to do it from here because of how those jump jets work. But
this is true.
I would like to basically just melt down my core and just jump my mech into center mass of this thing.
Oh, okay. That's one way to do it.
You can start... Here's what you can do. If you want to overcharge on your turns, you can start taking heat damage.
Okay.
As we say, you are prepping. You can't just throw your... You can't just hit a button and just...
Right.
They don't build them like that anymore.
The explosion
they used
button.
to. It's depressing.
Unfortunately. It was considered a little inhumane because they kept putting it near the elbow, so... Then someone would pull back and be oh no!
Instead of knocking over your coffee, you're just well shit, guess I'll die.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can 100% just say like I'm overcharging, and then you take 1 heat, and the next turn you roll a d3, and you can see it on your sheet next to your heat.
Okay.
In there.
So, in which case then, I'm still gonna go. Knowing what I'm prepping, I'm gonna look over at, or just kind of comms into everybody. Can they hear me even though they're stunned? Like, do I still have comms connection with?
The mech is still like it's still operating. The mech is kind of just like temporarily shunted
Okay.
and kind of like rebooting.
All right. Hey guys. No, I guess Ty, you wouldn't know this, but I have a tendency to lose a lot of mechs. I'm gonna do that again. Y'all gonna want to keep away from it and keep an eye on me while I'm prepping. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just be like, sorry the assist wasn't as helpful, but hopefully this will help in the long run. And I'm gonna go ahead and boost over here.
You hear an audible sigh over comms.
Yeah, Rhea's like,
And
God
can,
damn it."
can can I detach Buzz and send him somewhere else, or do I?
Forgot
it
you
is
have
not, at the end of your turn, you 100%. Yeah. Oh, it is. You just did end your turn, so yeah, Buzz is returned.
Yeah, I'll take Buzz back for myself.
That's fair.
Starfall, let me know if you need it out. I have an extra compartment in here.
Yep, that's probably gonna be the plan. Unless Blitz can pick me up midair, but he's out right now. And then I'm gonna go ahead and barrage, take 2 more big hammer falls with this dude.
Mm-hmm. Go
Okay.
for it. Swing for the fences.
First attack is an 18.
Yeah, that'll definitely do it.
Okay. That's 5 points of damage.
Okay, reduced to 4.
Okay. Does that do anything, or should I go again?
You should swing again.
Okay.
I would like to.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, reduced as in damage, or reduced as in
Reduce
it doesn't hit?
it reduced the damage.
So 3 damage for my turret.
Perfect. Reduced to 2 as its armor. Is this armor eating it up, basically?
Yeah.
So 100% swing for the fences.
Okay. Alright, roll again, because that one was cocked. Yeah, that was okay. What's a 14 net me?
A 14 will get you a hit.
Okay, good.
I'll let you guys know. You roll above a 10, it'll work.
I like rolling over.
That's 8 points of damage.
All right, I will say, I now have to roll another d6 as it takes another point of structure. So it is going to, as you just begin charging in full speed with your jump jet, you just crack into this thing once, pulling it back, and just using your remaining speed to overhit it again.
So this,
Back again.
this thing is massive. The official rules of Executioner say I have to hit something else in order for it to apply.
I will say if you're planning on overcharging, you get another quick action, so you can swing that hammer again anyway.
Okay, but I can't do the 4 with the Executioner.
No,
Fair enough.
no, you need another target.
Fair enough. All right, so I am going to overcharge though. Take a swing. Ooh, that's close. What's an 11?
That's a hit.
Yeah.
And it's also, one second, let me make sure I have this correct, because it's impaired now until the start of its next turn. So that could be something quite good. You receive a... Oh, that's just a negative for it. Never mind. Continue.
That's okay. I rolled pretty high on that damage. That was 9 points of damage.
Yeah, that'll mess its stay up some. As this thing kind of like is brought down to a knee, that kind of sticks and spreads to the ground. You just hammer down on it again.
Turn this thing
Laying
into
in.
fucking jelly.
Basically.
So I take 1 to the overcharge.
Yes, you mark 1 on the overcharge and 1 to your heat.
My heat. Meaning I go down like 6 out of 6. I go to 5.
You put on core stress rather.
Core
Did you-
stress.
Yeah, so you have 4 core stress.
Got it. Okay.
Oh no, sorry, no, 0. Sorry, no, you mark 1 down from your heat. You're right. The brain turned off. I just saw all the flashy. I just saw all the flashy things on the simple. I'm like, yes, feel the bars. But yeah.
Okay.
So you just went. So it's its turn. It's gonna no longer be impaired. It's gonna attempt to swipe at you as a retaliatory action. However,
That's fair.
it is going to.
Oh no, I left when you said you were self-destructing, so I thought I took my shield away. Oh no!
It's gonna be, with its difficulty for recovering from the impaired condition, it's gonna be an 8 to hit against your evasion.
Which is 8.
Oh well, I take it back. It is gonna hit you for 6 more damage.
6 more damage. All right. We still kicking though. We good.
Also, I rolled a d6 earlier to see if I recovered a certain system. Or rather, two systems, and I used a certain reroll granted to me to get me a 6.
Thanks, chat. Really appreciate it.
GG's.
We don't like that.
Thanks. We're gonna get lasered now. Thanks, chat. Appreciate it.
Again, as the protector is holding it, you'll see the eye just form right in his face. And
The 3 of you are standing in a line too. Did we learn nothing? Wait, it's going for me?
It's coming this way against the protector.
It's going for the protector. Remember the plan was to avoid the big guy?
You are in an unfortunate.
The 3 of you were standing in a line. I moved out of the line.
Mr. Rogers, you can try and stop me, but that disadvantage won't help them when you have to make an agility check.
So it's me and the protector.
It's you and the protector.
Wait, I'm stunned right now, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
So I don't make a save.
Well, let's see what the rules say about your condition, because it could be fine. You might be fine. You might not, but
Is this when I have to inject?
No.
Get out! Get out! Get out!
That would be crazy. Okay, so you're stunned, cannot overcharge, move, or take any action, including free actions and reactions. Nope, you're still good. You have a maximum of 5 evasion, and automatically fail all hull and agility checks.
Oh shit.
No, so yeah.
Well,
Lose a structure damage, my friend. I apologize, but
Lose
You're
a
not sorry.
structure damage.
I'm not. Also, I'm not sorry that the protector has lost one as well. As he's gonna roll 2d6 and gets a 4 as the blow kind of clears right through one of his knees, and he is going to be knocked prone. But it is once again all y'all's turn. So one of you clear your stun status. Top the round, I believe. Has everyone got? No, Polaris. Have you gone?
look. So,
Polaris has to go. You have to hide. Okay. You can take that hide action.
I mean, I don't have to hide. I'm just terrified, really.
That's fair. I mean, considering. Yeah.
it's not really going too great for us, to be honest, guys. We should play the anime music. We're losing. It's not great. It's not going well.
So
Power of friendship.
just to get an idea of what's going on with Blitz and Progenitor, are either of them looking like they're critical and going to explode?
Well, I think one of them is definitely going to explode.
Okay, I should probably get close to that to try and extract them.
Well, so, I mean, if Blitz is there too, because I did make mention, I'm like, if I'm by Blitz, I can see if Blitz can pull me out of there too.
For sure.
Because that was an all comms range, so if you can do with that, which
Right.
you will.
You
Okay.
did notice, though, Ty didn't respond to that at all.
That's true. Well, you do have, if you so desire, you do have an eject option that you can do, and if you can get
Yes,
to
you
me,
do.
that ejects you as a pilot 6 spaces.
And you
Tell
can
me-
shoot at things as a pilot. You can even jockey someone as a pilot and jump on and try and mess this guy up.
Mhm.
That's a horrible idea.
I'm
If
gonna pull him
anything,
up
I
and
do
he's
have
going
an
around, then I'm
expanded
gonna jump.
compartment. That would be terrifying.
Okay.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move here, and head onto the comms, and just say, Starfall, if it looks like it's getting hot, just eject towards me and I'll catch you. Or
Will
rather,
do.
I think Linnaeus will catch you. I'm very bad with dexterity. And I would like to actually try and shoot this thing, if possible, please.
100%. Aim for shoot him. Just shoot him. Just shoot him.
Okay. I got a 17.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll definitely shoot him.
Optimism.
Okay.
That'll shoot him.
There's a lot of eyes. You'll have to be more specific.
The big one. The
big
laser
one.
one.
The big one. The big laser eye.
The big
I'm gonna
fucking eye.
I have a plan for the laser.
roll the damage in here because I don't
Yeah.
particularly know how to make that happen. Cool. Why
Uh,
is it tactical? Oh wait, no. There it
Roll
is.
damage. That is a 1.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, that is going to be as you take your smith and your Wesson and you as the shells kind of eject old school out of it. It is going to be absorbed. Was that just one attack?
Yeah.
You can make another attack.
Again.
This true.
Yeah.
I attempt again.
Over
You
my
go back-
comms, I'm gonna be like, it'll be nice if you catch someone, because I'm a little stuck here for a moment as I I'm stunned.
Mm,
I'm sorry. I can try.
It's
and
not
help you.
responding. The buzzing has briefly stopped over your comms.
Not the buzzing.
I can't handle
You know
the
it's bad.
silence.
You know it's
can't
bad when the
focus.
buzzing stops.
Right?
Okay, I'm gonna try and hit him again. It's a 10.
10 will just me to beat it.
Oh hell yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna click this guy again.
2 damage for 1.
I'll take it too.
Okay, yeah, you as they lock into the second one with your Wesson, and clear the same spot your Smith initially cleared. So you do make some purchase into it. So that's your turn.
And I'm just kind of hunkering down, waiting for Starfall to eject in my general direction.
Okay.
Linnaeus, just watch out for a flying pilot, please.
Of course, madam. I will be prepared. This guy's accent keeps changing every single time. However,
It's okay.
I will have the protector swing some meaty fists for a natural 20.
Oh yeah.
Hell
I like when
yeah.
damage happens.
I do as well.
Big monkey slam.
Big monkey as
Monkey.
he is like holding onto him, goes to his knee. He is going to. You're gonna see him kind of like step up, will firmly plant, and he'll drop both his hands and just straight uppercut this thing, and it's gonna move it back, laying it into the building as it's gonna take 12 damage. And as this thing lands, it does not look particularly good. I will say that. Though it appears to just be briefly stunned on the ground, recovering.
I like stun. I like the moves. You can stun. Sounds good.
And yeah, you will see this guy kind of like get up and kind of like shoot a glance, almost like assessing all of you, and kind of like a massive air jets kind of seem to come out of its nose, and it's getting it ready to attack again. But it's your turn. Sorry, Ray and Ty, one of you, I think, should probably clear.
Oh yeah, you had first, right, Ray? Rhea?
Yeah, I was technically first initiative, so
Yeah.
I'm
But wait,
just.
didn't you just get stunned? Or am I wrong? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm keeping track of the turns, and I am fairly certain, NPC-wise, Ray, you would be next. Or, I mean, Ray went first. Ty was stunned first.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
both of you still have yet to go to say, like, I spend my turn to clear my stun.
Well, I had my turn.
Oh, you did. Okay, so you're no longer stunned. You're good.
Yeah.
But
So-
we're back to the top. So, and then I would
Yeah, this
think
is top of the round because
Yeah,
Polaris
right.
was the last one to use, so
Yeah,
everybody
so
has to
it'd
go
be
now.
Rhea, yeah, it'd be Rhea.
Ray
Okay.
is gone, and you've cleared. Yeah.
Yep,
So it's done. Okay.
everybody's
So-
Gucci.
Me? No?
Who wants to go?
All right. I guess since I've been, so yeah. You guys have noticed, thanks to like it's CompCon, it can kind of function sort of without Ty. That last hit really shook Ty really hard. In fact, he might have even gone unconscious for a little bit. There was no thought of comms. It was just kind of like hovering in midair, kind of like limped over on its back almost. But you'll notice it kind of like slowly lifts itself back up. You'll hear a comms cut back in, and Ty doesn't seem to be speaking to any of you. He seems a bit lost in it, but he just says, "I am lightning. The rain transform." And you'll see those boosters again just spin up to like a bright purple almost, and Blitz is just gonna go just maddening speed, like dashing left and right, you know, in kind of like a zigzagging pattern. Just begin slicing and taking hits left and right out of this thing. So I'm gonna barrage it with my tactical blade. And so here comes the hit from that. That is a 12.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, and then
I'll trigger my 3 turret damage.
Perfect.
And then second hit is a 13.
Is it within range of you? Oh gosh. Oh, sorry.
I measured it. It's still within range.
What's its evasion? I have to ask because it wasn't the range of the laser. I would say it's probably gone.
Its evasion's 10, so it's probably gone.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, unfortunately. So both those. Oh, what was the second roll? Was it above a 10? Yeah, then they'll hit. Roll me some damage.
Oh, cool. So I'm gonna do both. These are 1d6 plus 2 each. I forgot tactical blades are plus 2. I rolled 2 6s.
There you go. 14 damage.
Okay.
Fuck that.
Okay. Thank you,
So
Warhammer Dice. Mwah, I love you. You never fail me when I have to. And then clearly very much lost in the battle heat of the moment, without even thinking about it, Ty's just gonna overcharge. And this is where I'm gonna ask for a little bit of rule of cool. So, I have 3 heat left. Turk.
Yeah.
Can I burn all 3 of them? The first to overcharge, the second 2 to activate my nightmare drive, and literally just go up to that big laser eye, put my legs up and just burn both thrusters as hard as possible into this eye. I just want to burn it out, like with the thrusters.
Sure, I don't see why not.
Okay, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, roll me a d20 flat. It's not really a system you're used to using at combat status.
11.
11 will beat its evasion.
All right, cool. What do I?
Roll me a d4. For
D4.
damage.
Yeah. 3.
Okay, bring it down to 2. This thing's not looking great, people. But you said you're spending all your heat.
Yeah, I have 0 heat now. That's all my heat.
Roll me a d6 as your mech begins to overheat.
2.
2. Okay, the power plant within your mech is now unstable. Begin to eject jets of plasma. Your mech is now exposed, meaning you take double damage until the status is cleared, which means you have to spend your turn clearing it as you vent heat. As you shoot it and then just like kind of fall to the ground, just a hot plasma literally shooting out of your jump jets.
If this is... Oh, I'm sorry. Is that the end of Blitz's turn?
That's all I got.
Okay. Rhea, if you will indulge me, can I take the next...
Oh yeah,
The next
my turn
turn.
was up
Cover.
clearing my stun.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So...
Hi, I am like to also go.
The big bad.
Oh,
would like
yeah,
to go.
you do have to go.
I do have to go.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have to go. He's lying.
I do. I must. As this...
Yeah, I was hoping my anime moment would be enough to take it out, but it wasn't enough.
It
Unfortunately.
was polite of you to ask me, but it wasn't mine to give.
We have to allow the flesh
It
now.
is-
Its turn.
It is impaired as it rights itself. It's seemingly in a very difficult position, having literally just been huge, massively cleaved through a giant X pattern, slowly attempting to restitch and restructure itself. Very clearly having some trouble. But it is going to have another go, and it is
I don't know why.
just going to take another march out the distance here. 6 S's, and it's just going to rampage right into them.
Heyo.
God.
So anyone in there, make me agility saves. If you're impaired, you are automatically failing.
Thank goodness I'm not in it this time.
What's that, 14?
14 will pass.
Roll.
Nice.
15.
Over the
15,
comp.
You're impaired. You're
Oh.
automatically failing.
Oh, okay,
shoot.
cool.
Over the
I'm
comms,
Oh,
you hear.
you're exposed. That
exposed, not impaired. Wait
Yeah,
a minute.
true.
Wait a minute, Turk.
That's
That's
true.
me.
That's true. That's true. Sorry, over the comms, what do I hear?
Over the comms, you guys hear the buzzing just start back up, and you're saying, and you hear, I told you guys to split up. I'm stunned and I'm not even in there.
I'm gonna...
All right.
Let's just waves the arm blades around like I don't really have that many options.
And you are burning up, and you just get trampled, so you're gonna take 6 damage for being exposed.
No.
Progenitor, you're taking 3 for the successful save as this thing's on its last legs and very definitely raging to the max. The Protector is also going to take 6 for failing.
So the 3 will reduce me to 0. So I will handle that after this question. Can I use my reaction before I take that damage?
Yes.
Because I kind of want to baseball swing into whatever its locomotion is.
Sure.
With my hammer as it's moving in.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to see how that works before I put... That's a 1. Okay, we'll just move forward.
As you're attempting, it catches...
Thing. Can I react?
You are exposed. That's going to cause some problems for you reacting, but...
that mean I can't?
Expose. One second here. Mech only. The armor is weakened. The vents are open and the weapons are spinning down. A mech can clear expose. Nope, doesn't say anything about not being able to react.
All right,
Just that
I
you're
want
taking
to
extra
stab
damage.
this thing again.
Sure.
As it's charging through, like Blitz will kind of just like realign itself and just go, and Kyle just go, all right, buddy, one more. Rev it up and kind of just like charge back at it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna. Where'd my D20 go? I lost it. I found it. Never mind. It's okay, guys. That's a 17.
Can I also react to Overwatch? I haven't used that yet, so I'm not sure if I can do that.
As long as you're within threat range.
Yeah, so
with your
threat
weapon.
is with melee weapons primarily, or
Gotcha.
pistols or like close CQB. So that's why these are able to quickly
Okay, cool.
gun
Damage.
to go. All right, roll me some damage.
1d6 plus 2 for 4 plus 2 is 6.
Okay, it's looking very rough, but not quite dead, as it will continue to run you over.
Okay, and I hit 0 at this point.
So roll me a d6,
Okay.
as in mark off a structure damage.
I'm gonna do the scratch the paint then. Before...
Okay, try roll me a d6, get that 6.
Yeah, when you take roll. Okay, yeah. So. Oh, that's cocked, but it would have been a 6.
If it's cocked,
It was like basically a 6, but it was on the edge. Like it was a 3 is what I re-rolled. You can take whatever answer you want there.
let's roll a d6 on the table for fun,
Okay.
because you could roll something very fun.
That's a 4.
System trauma. Roll me another d6.
Okay. That's a 2.
A weapon on one mount of your choice is destroyed. As you swing in, something goes wrong.
I'll get rid of the howitzer.
Okay, as you kind of swing in and expose your shoulder, this just thing tears through and cleaves it off of you. But you have no stats effects, you just lose a gun. Not the Howie.
That's a lot of hit points back
The
there. I'm not
Howie!
mad at that.
That's fair. But it is now your guys' turn.
Okay, cool.
So who hasn't gone yet? We just had. Oh gosh.
Rhea's gone and I've gone, so it's
yeah.
still Leon and Arly still haven't gone.
Mm-hmm. Vespa and Blitz have gone. So Polaris and Progenitor.
I'm gonna let Progenitor take this one right now.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and take my 2 big swings. Actually, I'm gonna activate the mech steroids that we have as well.
Sure.
Can't
Boost
remember what
that.
they're called, but
The oh gosh.
Hyperspec fuel injector.
I respect the
Yeah.
fuel injectors.
Gotcha, guys.
gives me
Here to
another
help.
free action.
At this point, I would like
oh,
to
yeah.
use my free action to reinstall my shield drone on him, realizing he's still in it.
Sure.
Because
Okay.
I've reestablished control.
Yeah.
So, the shield back on. I've got both of my my action stuff and an extra free action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna hammer time this
Hit it.
bastard.
Hit it.
So there's no additional accuracy for any of these. So that's an 8.
That will not do it.
Okay.
Wait. You activate your hyperspec fuel injector. You get an
Yes.
accuracy on all rolls
I get an accuracy
for the
on all.
continue for the rest of the scene.
Okay, that'll be an 11 then.
That will hit by
Okay.
1.
that is 5 points of damage.
Okay. The second one.
Okay, the second one, with accuracy, it's only a 6 for the second one.
A 6 with the accuracy will not do it, but it's fine that doesn't do it, because I'm going to need you to describe how you take this thing down.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want, we can team up on this. And
Yeah, I was gonna
you
say,
all
we're
can
gonna,
pile in if you want.
We're gonna team kill this thing, and I'm gonna having learned to work with the new guy. I would like to see if I can. Okay, bear with me, Blitz. But I'm gonna jump full jump jet. Take my hammer because it's got a wide open face on the front of it. I want you to position yourself in a way that I can just collide with the base of your feet and just drive you through this thing, fastball style.
Right,
And I want to put your full mech, arm blades forward through.
You know what? I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna up the anime level of this even further. So similar, realizing that my earlier team up with Polaris was genius because it worked so well. As you jump up with your jump jets, I'm gonna take Predator's arm and fling him straight upwards. Blitz will follow him upwards and then kind of spin backwards. So when that hammer blow comes down, it sends me in like this brilliant blue of my thruster flame.
I will also say you have not cooled your jets yet, so to speak. You are a burning hot metallic force.
Yeah, so like it's just like a brilliant streaking lightning bolt straight through this thing's head.
I just put the golden spike right through the railroad, like
Mario Strikers this thing. You feel me?
As Buzz the shield drone delivers to you, he goes, "Stim drone inbound," just into your comm system.
Love it.
Love Buzz.
That small heat shield protects
Buzz
you
is
as you
such a good boy.
I love it.
And clear through this thing that has pressed itself up against the protector. You can see some of its sensors are attempting to latch on, but you just straight through it, and it, as you hit the ground with a lot of force, and like impact into it, as it just the entire thing splits in half, and like you can see the tendrils reaching out and like attempting to grasp and cling, and just like the eye is just perfectly like literally turns to liquid and drops onto you, Blitz, but you're so hot it's literally evaporating as it touches you. As this thing collides with the two buildings on the side of it, and
Blitz will land on the ground and sort of like after it comes up, will kind of like throw its remaining arm straight up, and like it looks kind of like it's holding its blade up, but its pretender kind of looks down. It kind of sees it's like a very obvious just thumbs up pointed in its direction. Just like not bad, Uptight.
Yeah, I'm just the full anime, just straight down from the jump jet position.
Oh yeah,
I'm still above you as I'm like coming back down.
That's fair. You don't have a continual flight. You're a dropping.
Yeah, no, I'm falling. That's totally fine. Like
he has significantly more structure than I do, though, so I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I've got 16 HP. Like I can hit the ground.
Oh yeah.
God.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm fine.
So this thing's basically exploded, and then Rhea walks up, finally unstunned, and the last squirming bit, she just takes out her thermal pistol and just.
there's plenty of little squirming bits, to be fair, so you can.
We'll just start cleaning them up.
It's just the very unnecessary, making sure it's down. I don't give a shit.
You guys will see the protector kind of just like look down, assess, kind of test the carnage with a final slam of his fist into the concrete, and.
Yeah, I think it's dead, big guy.
Can we give him a mecha nod?
Just
like a respect.
100% you can nod.
A nod of respect.
In full solidarity to like the amount of steam that comes out of his nostrils, I'm just gonna like release the exhaust on the back of my mech, like overheating my engine. Just.
Yeah, Blitz literally drops off its flight pack off of its back, so you can see like the exposed structure of its back, kind of as just like vents heat and flame and steam out of its back.
You need it. Technically, you can clear all your heat, but it's gonna just kind of go onto two ends, stare you all down. Let's assume you all gather around, and it's going to.
Oh yeah.
Again, kind of like go up onto two legs and just kind of.
Oh yeah.
And smack down. Final kind of, and again, just air hits all of you, and it's gonna just clear off.
Linnaeus, take as much data in as you can.
Of course, madam. I've already been severely analyzing it this entire time. Wondrous thing. The other thing was horrible, but you see, they are mostly composed of plants, flora and fauna together, working to protect the planet.
We have many studies to do later.
Indeed.
You know, Arly, studies aside, I don't think anyone's gonna believe a word out of your mouth to talk about this thing.
Oh, I've been taking video recording.
You've been behind the hardcover just like in Godzilla.
It's like, I gotta get this.
I just imagine your
World
particular
Star,
mech
World
is
Star!
just got, like, yeah, full black box just full of like your
Just ridiculous shit.
your dash cam.
I imagine like as Vespa like powers down, it just like leans forward and the entire swarm deploys and just starts shooting lasers at all the squirming bits. Just like each hunter-killer drone is out, burning.
100%. You guys are able to eliminate this. I mean, it doesn't seem. It seems like whatever central consciousness this thing had is far gone, and
Better safe than
guys
sorry.
are free. You see, the 21st Savage has not, in fact, taken off. Many of the escape shuttles have, or at least are in the air at this point. But at that, you'll kind of hear.
Hey, pilots, this is Captain Nahara again. Did you just take that thing down?
You can say that.
Right, I'm asking you to say it though.
Yes.
We did.
Confirmed, Captain.
Monsters did.
I just like, it's almost in like mild display, just like, yeah.
Bioweapon
Yeah, I
has
think
been
we did.
dispatched.
And we did it as a team.
That's an A firm. Good work, team. We'll be here if you need us.
And you guys can return to the 21st Savage. Rest, recuperate, repair your mechs, and that's all we got.
I think.
Amazing.
It was so much fun. Oh my god.
I'm going to.
That
yeah.
was wild.
I'd like to think that in like the rolling credits scene, you'd see Arly back at her lab research center, just like analyzing footage and discussing everything with like a holographic version of Linnaeus, who will like transfer with her regardless if she is in her lab or in her mech suit.
100%, yeah.
Just nerding out.
I
Thanks,
had
Chris.
kind of like staring at the.
His own projected desk to work at.
I just kind of like
exactly.
stares at the blitz as it's being repaired, kind of just like seeming like maybe even like almost kind of like talking to it a little bit in his head for a bit, thinking about some things. Has both of his wireless headphones in, like listening to his music. But as Leon walks by, I'll kind of like look over his head, take off one headphone, and like chuck it at him.
Yeah.
The ultimate sign of respect.
Yeah, and I'll catch it and just kind of nod, and I think there's this. They have learned to tag team, and over the course of this, Leon has taken to keeping those shoulders a bit more relaxed, and he's donned a medium brown leather aviation pilot's jacket instead of kind of the very formal pilot wear that he had before.
You can at least see like a relative smirk on Ty's face, which before you just saw him walking around bored and annoyed. So the at least slight smile on his face is a marked change from his previous demeanor.
Yep.
In the mech bay, Rhea is sitting on like the chest piece or the head of her mech, just repairing some of her turrets and some of her hive that was destroyed in the battle, while the other ones constantly swarm around her, so you can barely like make out her in the middle of it. But there's just a few scattered on the ground as she repairs what she's lost.
Well, the important thing is that Buzzy survived, and Buzzy's very happy.
Buzz
so-
was amazing.
Very
We
critical.
love a
Very
buzz.
helpful.
Critically important.
But yeah, that's Lancer.
That's fantastic.
That's
So much fun.
so cool.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
that's
so much
too
fun.
good. So I'm gonna ask all of you this question because we don't. I try to keep the show to 10 as close as I can, so everything's uniform, and also I'm gonna get in trouble if I do 2 episodes in a row and like can't dip. What would y'all say to setting up a time later to have my technical informal interview that we put out straight to YouTube as just a conversation between all of us about the session, how it went, how the game works? Because there's a lot here.
Yeah.
There's a lot to unpack.
There's a lot, and I mean, if we want to add on to this, we can part of that technical discussion can be taking you guys up to license level 1 because now you're there.
That's true. Yeah, we could talk about that upgrade system because that's
Yeah.
part of one of the most intense portions of this game is the amount of customization. So I'm going to say for the sake of this episode, we're probably going to wrap this one without conversation, and then we're going to see all of that in a bonus episode of this later on. But
For now,
thank
it's
you.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, for now, 4 stars, 2 enthusiastic thumbs up. 4 out of 4 stars, not 4 out of 5. Like,
I mean, honestly,
Ruby
I will
rates.
take 4 out of 5 stars. That's
fair.
great in my mind.
But Turk, like, holy shit, thank you for coming and running the game.
I got to play with Turk finally.
I know.
Yes!
I 140% always love playing anything with Turk, but Lancer, that's a good time.
This is of
So
course Lancer. I will give a quick shield. They did just you can get this free PDF on itch.io. I'm gonna forget the publisher's name. Massive Press. What's that line right in the middle called?
Hyphen?
Massive minus press.
Hyphen?
itch.io. Is that hyphen?
Yeah, it is a hyphen.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a hyphen. Massive-press.itch.io. You can download the PDF. You can purchase the first narrative adventure they put out, No Room for Wallflowers. And you can also get character sheets. Check out CompCon for abilities to quickly make characters. Also, this is, of course, on Roll20. Our mechs were made using retrogrademinis.com, so please go give them a look. They can make both fantasy and mech minis. They have all of the Lancer miniatures you want, as well as all the NPCs, so you can completely customize them to your heart's content. It's super useful. And of course, thank you all to my wonderful cast for hanging out. So I
Awesome,
need
dude. So much
yeah,
fun.
just go around the horn and
Absolutely. Well, finish us out on your outro, though. Who are you? Where can we find you? What are you in?
Oh god, that's a complicated question now. No, not so complicated. But I am of course Turk or Turk Excited here on Twitch and Twitter. I am a player and GM here on TPK. As well, I'm a player over on Nat20. But of course, if you're like, hey, I would like to see more of him and the things he does, first off, thank you. Second off, you can see me tomorrow breaking down everything and anything good with TPK on 12 Party Recap alongside my co-hosts. We lost Ty, so I kind of, but we'll have Sir Heckalot, who is in chat, linking everything. And of course, our new co-host, Kohlrabi, who will be breaking in with this and be asking him all the tough questions. If you have any questions at all, of course, about this session or any session that occurred, feel free to throw those down below on your screens. So throw those in and we'll do anything and everything we can to check that out and get them answered. Of course, Monday we have the Star Wars Thrawn one-shot where I'll be donning the blue skin of Grand Admiral Thrawn. Maybe just Admiral, I think it might be pre-promotion. But I still have the Chimera coming in to the system. It'll be very fun. All the sci-fi. Beyond that, of course, I will be on Dark Echoes. Thursday is Roundhouse on Nat20. The finale, part 2, Fight Kane. And on the 29th, I have a very cool and special one-shot to kick off Poetry Month with some faces you don't typically see on TPK. Mask of the Worms. And of course, Harper Investigations on Tuesday. So keep it locked here for all the good shit, as well as everything these amazing people are doing. So I'll pass it off.
Very nice. Since I'm the host and I have to round out a show and say goodbye, we're going to move over to Ty and then work our way backwards. Where can we find you? Send us off.
Hey,
what are you on?
right,
Yeah, sorry.
I forgot that I was Ty for a second. My
Blitz,
fault.
lightning,
What's going on,
Ty.
everybody?
Foxy.
They call me Young Foxy, aka Big Foxy, aka Real Foxy, aka Fronto Leaf Foxy. Name alone. If you want to find me, you can catch me on Twitter at young_Foxy. It's YUNG_FOXXII. I don't go right wingers and talk shit a lot. It's pretty fun. I am also now officially the creative director of Neon Lights Roleplay. That's like a thing I can claim now as a title. We do lots of cool stuff over there, and we got 2 campaigns with a 3rd one coming. So if you guys liked seeing me hang out with Turk over here and wanted to see some more of that and some sci-fi related things, stay tuned. Beyond that, check that out on Twitch. Check me out on Twitter and check yourselves into a safe and even rest. There you go.
Love that. That brings us over to Ash.
Hey, that's me. I am Ash. I go by Ashton Rabbit here on Twitch and over on Twitter. I am mostly over on Nat 20, but recently I've been getting asked to do a bunch of whole fun things over here on TPK, including this. Thank you again for inviting me to do this. This was a blasty blast. The next TPK thing that you can find me on is our Youngbloods thing with, what is it called again? Mask of the
Mask of the Worms.
Yes.
As terrifying as that sounds.
I am excited for that one. It's going to be really good. And then I think it was also announced today the Swift and Vicious Fast and Furious one-shot.
That's right. That's way in April, but
Yeah.
yes. Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I have to think a quarter mile at a time.
Oh man, that's gonna be a hoot and a holler. So check those things out. As far as things going over on Nat 20, I will be reprising my role as Hope the Furbolg Life Cleric tomorrow for Morningstar and Company Incorporated. Which is a post-Curse of Strahd campaign. We've traveled through the Infinite Staircase and the Abyss to finally make it back to Faerun, and it is just nuts and a half. It's crazy. I also DM a campaign over there that's every other Wednesday called Beyond the Times, which is based in Wildmount. I don't even know what I'm doing over there, but it's so much fun.
It's very good.
But also, like Turk said, come check us out on Thursday for the Part 2 finale to Roundhouse. Godswallow and Whitebridge combined. It's just... I have no words for anything. It's just so much fun. It's just an absolute blast. Anyway, that is it for me. How about you, Hyacinth?
Hi y'all, it's me, Hyacinth. Andersynth on Twitter and Hyacinthus in Discord, but you can find me in Hyacinth on the Discord. I rotate an every other week schedule. With this Wednesday, I was in Singularity, our Heroes, Mutants, and Masterminds game, TTRPG. And next week I will be Thursday in Queen's Gambit. So that is our Tiamat D&D game. Both are long running, both alternate every other week, so you'll find me every week in something. Thank you.
Very good, and I guess that rounds out myself. I am JK Madigan on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, I think now, and you can call me Mads. I run the Top Shelf. That's primarily my thing currently, just because I don't have the time for other stuff, but you can find me here every other Saturday. In 2 weeks, we have pretty much this whole crew coming back.
For even more anime!
Even more deeper into the anime. Like, this could have been anime adjacent. It's gonna be anime.
We're taking the gloves off, kids!
In 2 weeks, because we're playing Overarms. There is a good possibility I will have the author of Overarms playing with us for that, which will be lots of fun.
Aura the shit out of someone.
And then in April, we also have my return to Blackchapel, finally, which will be also a Top Shelf episode in which we play it via Slayers by Spencer Campbell, which their Dust expansion goes into Western fantasy stuff. So we're gonna pit D&D up against a new contender, which will be fun. And then there's another episode that's coming out in April. Nailing down a date for that, but I'm thinking we're playing 17th Century Minimalist for that. Rules light, throw the tea into the harbor, Plague Doctor kind of bullshit. It'll be lots of fun. And then interviews and things on YouTube, which you can find as bonus content exclusive to there. Everybody here does wonderful stuff. TPK's got things going on literally every day of the month. It's wild. Neon Lights Roleplay putting out new cool shit. Nat 20 putting out cool shit. I'm so stoked for all of this community. Thanks everybody for coming to play. If you have not seen other stuff, go watch other stuff. Just consume, because we've got too much, and it's all good.
Consume, conglomerate, create the ultimate biomass. But yeah, I think we should probably hit a raid. I believe so.
Yeah, go ahead and
blow the horns. We're raiding.
take a pick, Turk.
All right, I'll take us over to let's see who's on, if it
Perfect.
loads. Oh gosh, Madbird's on. So let's go hit those guys because they're always raiding us.
Hell yeah, stick around for that, and we'll head out over there, and we'll talk to y'all here later.
Adios, kids. Be safe.
See you later, pilots.
Bye.